The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Stop! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this massive Overreaction Monday, October 20th, 2025. This program begins now. Football! It's fantastic. Week 7 of the NFL season is wrapping up this evening with a doubleheader. Don't look now. Dahn Orlovsky will be on a Monday Night Football call alongside Chris Fowler and Lewis Riddick on ESPN in Seattle for the Seahawks, hosting a Monday Night Football matchup with the AFC South Houston Texans, and then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look to extend their streak to be one of the top in the entire NFL. Only one loss on the season thus far, taking on a Detroit Lions team that's pretty battered on the back end. We'll certainly talk about the injuries around all four of these teams as we look ahead to a fantastic night of football. And all day today, we'll look back at a fantastic weekend of ball. Adam Schefter will be joining us in about 30 minutes or so. Dahn Orlovsky will join us in the second hour. He's 3 hours behind, so he had to bust out a calculator to see what time is 1 o'clock here versus what time he's in. Turns out we'll be 10:40 local for Dahn Orlovsky.
Okay.
Wrote that down in his daily planner. 1:40 Eastern, we'll have him on chit-chatting about tonight and his takeaway from a massive weekend of ball. College football was crazy.
Yep.
Oh. College football has been absurd. It will continue to be absurd. And there's some stats coming out from the ESPN research folks about what happened there. AP top 10 teams have lost 18 times already this season. That's the most through 8 weeks of a season since 2007, obviously a long time ago. And then top teams obviously have 4 of them fell on Friday and Saturday. The chaos of college ball continues. And then Sunday, how you doing? Keep it moving. We got 9:30 game? Yes, we do. We got 1 o'clock games? These things stink. We got an afternoon and a night of great football, though. It has been magical. We're so thankful to be here. We hope you are enjoying the hell out of your football season as well. The Talks at Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Congrats, Ty, on a big win.
Thank you.
For the Packers over the Cardinals. Plane delay.
Yep.
Game good, play good delay. Play good delay.
Yeah.
And you guys come back, get a big time win. Congrats to your Packers.
Thank you.
You guys should be pumped about that. And then for the Patriots, oh my God, congratulations.
Oh, my God.
Wow, Mike Vrabel, actually good guy, too. They're showing things he was doing at the Tennessee Titans. First question of every press conference, how you doing? Let's open doors for people. He's leading the team. He's pounding a squad that fired him unceremoniously. Everything's going a little bit too good for the Patriots. And let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys, AP Dahn. The Steelers lost to Joe Flacco on Thursday. Don't want to laugh in your face too much. Steelers obviously have a very good chance, and any team that Joe Flacco is playing quarterback for, they can certainly win a game as well. That's why he's been in the game for so damn long. Let's talk about the betting, though, from this past weekend. This is the first time, long time, we could say, hey, people made money and beat the books this weekend?
Yeah, coming into this weekend, teams that were getting 60% or more of the public bet were 15 and 36. This weekend, 5 and 4.
Wow.
Okay.
We did it. It was close.
It was.
5 and 4. I mean, it was a scrappy affair. It wasn't a 33-point fourth quarter, one of the biggest comebacks in the history of ball type thing with us with the sports books. But we certainly got one up on them for the weekend. And guess what? That's going to carry into tonight, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, you're right.
And then that's going to carry in for the rest of the season. Don't look now. We're about to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
all the money.
Maybe forever.
And then I talked about the teams that are getting more than 60%. Cincinnati got 57%. The Chiefs got 54%. The Cowboys got 54%. So, I mean, it was a good weekend for the public.
We're starting to see it, aren't we?
Okay.
That's because we have incredible people on television and on the internet and on at 4:30 a.m. on ESPN NFL Matchup Show. Ladies and gentlemen, 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler. D-Butch, are we getting smarter? Are we starting to learn these teams more? Is that why we're maybe starting to win some bets? Is that what you're thinking or no?
Absolutely. Teams are just becoming who they are, building their identities. Everybody has a plan in the offseason, training camp, and then first quarter of the season, second quarter of the season. Once you kind of hit where we're getting to, that's when everybody knows who they are on both sides of the football.
And we know who stinks, don't we?
We got a pretty good idea on who stinks.
We know who stinks.
For sure.
Let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys, Bubble Gumpino. Boy, you and D-Butch Miami Dolphins. They stink! Bad. I mean, it's so stinky down there. It's fish stink, too. Like, whenever fish stink come down by the sea down there, it all gets bad. When everything's so cool for so long and so awesome for so long, all of a sudden, when that gets spoiled, it starts going... It's the complete opposite of that. It stinks down there for the Dolphins. Wow, they get absolutely... Yeah, I was going to say a lot of things there. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to go that hard, but they get beat down by the Browns.
Yeah.
Bad weather. We should have known they weren't going to be able to perform. It is the NFL, so you're going to have to win a tough weather game at some point if it's going to matter. But they don't do that. This Raiders team, they stink. I mean, there's some teams that really seemingly stink out there. And if you're not one of those teams, you should be excited.
Yeah.
And if you're not one of those teams, there's a good chance you're going to be featured in the first 15. Can we please put the clock on? This is driven by Ram, obviously, and they're back in the truck series next year.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be awesome. It'll go there, and they'll certainly win that. We put 15 minutes on the clock here, but it doesn't mean we're going to take 15 minutes. This is for us to realize how long into the program we are, and also a goal. Now, we are normally hovering around 32 minutes per episode.
Sure.
Okay, so we are more than 100% off, but we are going to try to shoot for the first 15 minutes, but everybody knows the first 15 is in reference to the first 15 plays.
Exactly.
First 15 plays.
Yes.
Okay, we put the minutes on there just to kind of, maybe.
We are who we are.
Gotta have something.
All right.
Like certain teams, we like to run that clock all the way down.
We am what we am. Yeah, and Indianapolis Colts before half were doing what they were doing with the clock, and J.J. Watt with his glasses on wasn't happy about it.
Jeez.
We'll talk to him about that on Wednesday. First 15 on. Here's the top 5 headlines coming out of Week 7 Sunday in our eyes. How about some bucking mile-high magic? We alluded to it just moments ago. 33-point fourth quarter for Bo Nix, Sean Payton on DT Day as they were honoring Demaryius Thomas's life, and his teammates and the Super Bowl champions were in town, and there was a statue unveiled, and everything was magical out there. You would think that the Denver Broncos would have been riding that high. Those types of football gods games don't come around that much. This one felt like one from all parties. So when Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, and the boys went in there and put up 19-0 going into the fourth, everybody was surprised. Well, don't look now, Bo Nix gets back into the game. Let me go ahead and drop this thing. Oh!
Wow.
How you doing? Keep it moving.
Crazy.
Football gods, baby, on their side.
Yeah.
Get a deflection, get a tud. All momentum's on their side. Football gods blessing them. Nope. Jackson Dart says we could do one of those too. Boopty to Johnson.
Kidding me?
Johnson scores. Now that obviously is going to make it 26-8. We're right back where we thought we were a couple of seconds ago. Bo does not bow down. He answers. Bo on the move. Thibodeau, no edge, no chance. Bo Nix, touchdown in Denver. And all of a sudden, with 5 minutes left, we got a real game.
Yeah, we do.
26-16, 10 points, only 2 scores. What's Jackson Dart going to do with it? 4:56 left. Other team has 1 timeout, Jackson. 3rd and 5. Oh, no.
Jackson.
Oh, no, Jackson.
Jackson.
Rookie mistake from the rookie quarterback of the New York Giants. Will Bo Nix take advantage of it? Why, certainly. Once again, on a rollout, drop off to Harvey, touchdown. Bo Nix, so that's a turnover. That's a touchdown. Big Mo's rolling. How you feeling, O'Kerry? Not great, 26-23. Did they leave too much time for Bo Nix to come back? Yes, and then some. Give me that touchdown. 1:51 left in the game. We take a 4-point lead. 30-26. Jackson Dart was given no opportunity to come back. Is Jackson Dart going to be the guy who leads his team in final minutes of games? Yes, he is. Runs it himself. Did they score too quick?
Uh-oh.
No.
Did Bo Nix score too quick for Jackson Dart? Did Jackson Dart score too quick for Bo Nix? Well, let's just go through the procedural extra point here to make sure everything's really copacetic. Miss.
Oh, no.
What?
Miss.
No.
33-yard extra point. How old was DT when he passed away?
33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How much time is about to be on this clock right here?
Oh, my God.
33 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix has 33 seconds. Down 2. Finds Mims over the middle. Shot Bo Nix. No timeouts. What are you going to do? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Rush, kill, kill, kill. Situational football. Stupendous from Bo Nix. Offsides. Can't get back in time because you're injured. Let's go ahead and tack on 5 more yards. Then are we done? Are we settled here for a field goal? Will Lutz? No, let's find Cortland Sutton, the man who carried on DT's tradition of bringing donuts in for the wide receivers. Gets a massive catch to put him even more into field goal range. Down 2. Bo Nix, kill at 3 seconds. Will Lutz walks on the field. And Will, there's only one L in Will. The other L is headed to you, New York Giants, as they win 33-32 in an unprecedented comeback that has records breaking all over the place. There's multiple stats that you could pull from. There's one that was like 1,601 or something like that, times with a 18-point lead with 6 minutes left has a team won. Then there was another stat that came. It was like, 3,677 losses for any team that have been trailing by 18 plus in the final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter since the 1970 merger. There's only been one other team that's done it, and obviously that was the Colts over the Buccaneers. If you remember on Monday Night Football, the stadium actually emptied out. That game was over. Peyton Manning goes crazy. The boys go bananas. And then I think Mike Vanderjagt banks in a kick, and they end up winning that game on primetime. And this Denver Broncos team did just that. Now, obviously, we're pumped for the New York Giants having a guy, Jackson Dart, be able to lead a team into Denver on that day with all the emotion and all the energy and have massive success. Has that pick late? Obviously can't have it. Everybody's going to talk about that. Kicker's got to make both extra points that he missed, let alone the one in the final minute to potentially put the other team in a bad spot. But other than that, what did we learn about this Broncos team, and what did you learn about the Giants in this entire process, D-Buck?
A lot of what you said. The Giants, I still think all arrows are pointing up. You know, you still have, I think, the quarterback of the future. Maybe Dave will have saved his job going to Dart. But, I mean, we always talk about playing 60 minutes. The game's never over. You talked about DT being there. They did a great job with his statue right next to Peyton's, and then the Super Bowl 50 team being there to honor him. So, yeah, they weren't losing celebrating DT. So, shout out to him. We had a lot of battles against him. But, yeah, Bo Nix, the boys, 33 points in a quarter. First quarterback ever to have 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns in the same quarter. Just unbelievable grit. We talk about grit all the time. You just fight until the absolute end, and that's what the Broncos did. It's always a fine line between winning and losing in the National Football League. This is something we never seen before. We saw the win probability. We always see that chart. I think this one got up to like 99.8, which is insane. So to get it all the way down there, get it done, man. The Giants fought, and obviously people pointed the kicker, but everybody can point at themselves in that locker room and look at different moments in time where they made a mistake and put their hand up and say, I could have done better. But this is football, man. You stick beside your guys, you keep fighting, an unbelievable win for the Broncos.
Obviously, that 33 points is the most points in a fourth quarter by any team that was shut out in the first 3 quarters in NFL history.
Sure.
Yeah, NFL's history says if you stink through 3 quarters, you're not just going to have an offensive explosion in the fourth quarter. Unless you're Bo Nix and Sean Payton. Interesting relationship. Because I feel like we're up on them. At the beginning, we didn't really know. Then we're up on them. Then they're kind of not being talked about. Now they have a massive fourth quarter. What do you think the story is of Bo and Sean Payton? When Sean Payton drafted Bo, loved him. He came on our program, actually. We had a draft spectaculars before we were with ESPN. Where were we with ESPN?
I think that might have been our first year on ESPN.
Yeah, whatever the case. He said, I love this guy, everything about him. Felt like a match made in heaven. Then they had to go through their own learning. This year, that win, that moment, is this what's going to propel them to being great the rest of the season, Ty?
I mean, I would assume a game like that kind of has you believing, like, hey, no matter what happens, we can win. But I think because he started so much in college and because he is a little bit older, maybe, you know, some people would like Bo Nix. They view him more as more of a veteran guy. Like, hey, we should let this guy throw a little bit more as opposed to kind of really managing him. But
I mean, you talk about like a personality match. Like he does kind of remind me of Drew Brees a little bit, and we obviously know the relationship those two had. So I like that Bo Nix, because that was kind of the big thing with Russ is, like we knew right away, hey, these guys don't get along. They go back and forth at each other, but clearly Sean Payton trusts Bo Nix when it matters the most. And yeah, if you're a Broncos fan, I think you're thinking, hey, this might be the team this year.
And also, you just don't care. You won the game. As terrible as the first 3 quarters are, like you shouldn't, if you're a Broncos fan, be like, well, it was the Giants. The Giants are good too. Like now I have a feeling.
Defense.
Yeah, defensively they're great. Like they were awesome, and then even on offense, the Broncos defense rather is one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they still were able to put up 32 points. Now they had, I don't know, the ghost of someone in New York, because the fact that they had a deflection off the hands into one of their players' hands after.
I was just building up the draft.
Yeah.
Building up the
That's
draft. I felt like this. And then another story not talking about with the Broncos.
Yeah, they played last weekend against the Jets in London. Like they didn't have a bye. A lot of teams take a bye week after that. They fly all the way back, and this isn't flying back to the East Coast. They're flying back all the way to the Mountain Time Zone. So yeah, they were battling it there. Started a little slow, but then obviously they got their time zone legs underneath them.
Next Gen Stats put out the point you were saying, I believe, or somebody mentioned.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. The 99.8. I mean, that's plateaued at 100% basically.
Yeah.
This team's been ass all game. No way they have any chances. Not that they have a sense of feel whenever they're doing these stats. And instead, the Broncos come back and get a huge win. Congrats to the Bucking Broncos.
5-2.
5-2. Talking about where can you go? Well, that AFC West is all of a sudden a little bit better than it was, and that might be another headline at another moment. Let's go to the 4th headline. What do you see? Huh? What do you see? What do you see?
Maybe a couple MVP candidates.
Yeah. What did you see?
Oh, yeah.
All over the place. Now, only on winning teams. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the ones that we put up. But it feels like there's a lot of different names each weekend that could win this MVP. Feels more wide open than it has been in years past. And maybe that's because the teams that are at the top of the NFL right now weren't supposed to be at the top of the NFL. So all of a sudden, guys that maybe you didn't know were going to be incredible are incredible, and also on good teams, so we're learning a lot about them. Insert North Carolina quarterback for the New England Patriots. This guy, Drake May, is unbelievable right now.
Yeah, he's the best in the business, and there's a lot of stats right now that are, he's the first ever to do this, first ever to do that. Those are cool. When you had Tom Brady as your quarterback for this franchise for 20 years, and then this guy's breaking Tom Brady's records, I think that's the coolest thing. He already tied 2007 long hair model Tom Brady for most games in team history with at least 200 yards, 135 passer rating, and 2 passing touchdowns in a season. 4's the record in an entire season. He's done it 4 times in 7 games. He's also basically the greatest dual threat quarterback in the history of the NFL. Now, we'll just say in this span of 6 games, but stats are telling us, and people love these stats,
Sorry,
but
Lamar.
they're telling us it's absurd.
Lamar's multiple-time MVP,
I'm sorry.
6 games into this season, they're saying things are a little bit different for Drake than everybody else.
Well, and that's the thing. It's not just 6. It's just in a 6-game span. So in this 6-game span, this is something Lamar Jackson's never done. 150-plus pass attempts, 75% completion percentage, 125 passer rating, and 150-plus rushing yards. So no matter what, I get it. There are other fantastic quarterbacks. He makes no mistakes. He's taking what the defense gives you, which I feel like is a big problem. At least last year, that was a big talking point. Hey, everyone's running cover 2. Everyone's cover 2. You can't attack anymore downfield. You can't do those type of things. And instead of trying to attack and making mistakes, he's just giving them what the defense is kind of given. And then now he's 5-2, and we're talking about him as an MVP. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy what the Patriots have been able to do. Vrabel's going to feel so good after that win. Let's talk about Dak Prescott now for the Dallas Cowboys. QBR 81.4 through 7 weeks, 7th highest ever right now. Breeze, Lamar, Rodgers, Peyton, and Brady have had a higher one this far into the season, but that's obviously some epic names. And his records against the Commanders, I mean, I guess we should have known going in that he was just going to cook them.
Yeah.
He goes into Washington as a Cowboy and beats the hell out of them. Okay? He's like LBJ.
Yeah, he is.
He is a Cowboy LBJ going into Washington doing his thing. If Washington, D.C. is taking on a Cowboy and Dak Prescott's there, he's going to beat their ass. I mean, he's undefeated. His QBR is something through the roof. The amount of touchdowns he has amount of interceptions none. 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Commanders. Just 7-0, I think, is his record. And he continued his dominance. This guy's special, D-Bug.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. The stats are one thing, but just watching him play, we all watch enough football, been around football long enough where you could tell when a quarterback is just in a a flow. You could just tell when they have complete control of what's going on. And he did a lot of this without 88 on the field. Turpin was banged up as well, but without one of the top 3 highest paid wide receivers on the field with CeeDee Lamb, he had been missing in action. George Pickens had kind of taken that mantle, become a wide receiver 1. So now with CeeDee Lamb back in the fold and Pickens still doing what he's been doing, building that rapport that he's built with number 4 back there is unbelievable. And then Ferguson, it seems like he scores a couple touchdowns every week. So I think coming into this game, he led this team in target share. So if their defense can give them any help down the stretch, like this Dallas Cowboys team is going to be one to fear down the stretch, I think.
A guy that's on pace to have over 1,000 both rushing and receiving, and thank God he's back if you're the San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. And we saw this in primetime. This dude had 129 rush yards, 72 receiving yards, which is 62% of his team's total yards from scrimmage last night. Jeez. That's highest percentage by any player this season, obviously. And this is what we saw from the Niners whenever they were on their run with Christian McCaffrey. Get George Kittle back last night. Now, through the air, George Kittle might not have done much, but there's a bunch of stats coming out that George Kittle blocking for CMC in their run game in total is up to the right whenever he's on the field versus off the field. CMC back to his MVP form, D-Butch. There's a chance he wins another one.
Absolutely. He's back to form. It was crazy because we had huge question marks about him health-wise coming into the year. But from week 1, they've been giving him, his fair share of touches. So getting on the ground, getting in the air. He talked about George Kittle. He's kind of like the Gronk now. Like he's the best blocking tight end when it comes to it. And then he can also be a threat in the pass game as well. Wasn't last night, said he wasn't. He kind of used this game to get back in shape. But I think the 49ers and CMC, he'll carry him a long way. That defense now kind of patching them up a little bit, but this offense has been cooking.
What's McCorkle Jones's record out there?
Mac Jones, I believe, is 4-1 right now. His only loss coming to Tampa in Tampa.
I know. We don't need to do it right now. But it's very evident.
CMC.
We're going to do it to Schefter, though.
Yeah, right.
In about 5 minutes, we are going to do that to Schefter. Just because since day one, I think we all, on this particular program, are like, I think it's because how close we were to the Mac Jones number 3 overall story. Okay? We were very close to that entire thing, like pretty big.
In the room where it happened.
Bingo. Like we were pretty in the story there. So I think just the way that all panned out and then how his career goes and then him ending up back there with the same exact people in charge, same exact coach, with everything we had been hearing that was being said and acted like, and then bang, we're going Trey Lance out of nowhere. It's like you always have that what if in there. Always cooking. What if? And now Shanahan and Lynch are getting an opportunity to kind of live their what if, and they're having a lot of success. $200 million to another quarterback. I get it, and we love Brock.
I'm still over here. I'm on the island I'm over on the island. I'm still on the Brock Purdy.
Me too. Hey, I love Brock Purdy.
I'm looking for a
But the conversation is that if he comes back and doesn't play well, the conversation is there. Okay, we got to go back to Mac.
And Kyle Shanahan is a guy that will pick Mr. Irrelevant over a number 3 overall pick. I mean, it's literally already done.
Yeah, proof's in the pudding.
Now, Mr. Irrelevant was very, very, very good football player.
Yeah.
Still is very, very good football player. But boy, first love, Mac Jones.
First round talent.
Starts doing all this. Damn, we're nowhere near.
We're close.
Let's go to the third one, please. Let's get to the third one. L.A. lights up. Oh, I'm sorry. We got another. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Yeah,
Cannot get past this.
Yeah,
we're doing MVP talk still.
Oh, here we go.
I see him every week. Okay, I see him with my actual eyes whenever we're down there on the field and these boys are getting after it. Then we're obviously watching them on TV as they're playing against the Minions. And I would like to say the Gru post that the Indianapolis Colts did was brilliant.
Really
I think that was very good social media. They should be incredibly proud of that particular play, especially after a big-time win. Chargers are known for having great uniforms. I think these uniforms should get thrown out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Forever. I mean, it's hurt us, Colts fans. We're forced to watch you guys wear this shit, okay? I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers' creativity. I like the Chargers' mindset. I like everything about them, actually, except for these jerseys. This was disgusting to wear against us. We had to look at this. All Colts fans had to watch this. We had to watch these yellow things. Good. Now, on that note, it was pretty good vibes while we were watching.
Sure.
Great
This
vibe.
Indianapolis Colts team.
Easy vibes.
Everybody's eating. Danny Dimes could be in the MVP conversation. Jonathan Taylor's going to score 3 touchdowns a game. He's on pace to maybe have 4,000 touchdowns. They're talking about everything he's on pace for. The amount of tuds he has, combined like 4 other running backs that are all big-name running backs, and his dance is sick. So I'm talking about, when you talk about a branding, when you talk about performance-wise, the Colts are it. The only thing that's bad is people aren't going to want to show these highlights because these damn Chargers uniforms are all over them. Now, I still believe in the Chargers. I still like Justin Herbert. He went for 421. Who did he throw the ball to?
Doreen, Orange
Gadsden.
Exactly. Okay, so
the second.
So we believe
Miami Dolphin legend.
We believe in Justin Herbert and the Chargers. We are still fans of that. But this Colts team is kind of doing what like Vandy was doing to people last year. So, like, nobody really thinks the Colts are really fucking good.
Yeah.
So whenever the Colts beat your team, the fans have full panic, full meltdown or whatever. You know, like, I think a lot of people out on the Chargers because they lose to the Colts this way. It's like, hey, the Colts are we're a wagon.
Yeah.
2 MVP candidates leading it on the offensive side. And that man, JT, and the quarterback, Danny Dimes, it must be a great time to be alive to be these boys. And all they keep saying is all the right things, D, but we haven't done anything. Still early in the season. We got to keep going forward. They're a mature bunch that hasn't really been on a stage that much.
I love that, and the fact that everybody, a bunch of the pundits and talking heads still aren't really giving them that credit. It's still going to be, I think, probably the Chiefs is going to be the conversation now with how they're playing, but they're rolling. And you kind of, as a coach, it's easy to motivate the squad. You don't have to deal with as much rat poison. But if these boys keep playing like this train, people are going to keep jumping on this train. Danny Dimes, we talked about it. He's just finding guys. The offensive line, it always starts in the trenches. They've been protecting them. He's been dissecting defenses. And then Jonathan Taylor, we know all of the great running backs that have come through this organization. He has a chance to be the very best one when it's all said and done. Already up to 12 touchdowns. You mentioned earlier, third game already this season with 3 touchdowns, leading the league in rushing, leading the league in rushing yards as well. Like, he is a dominant force. So, yeah, we got 2 legit MVP candidates on the offensive side of the ball.
JT, valuable running back. He's a valuable running back, scores so many touchdowns for us.
Might be the most valuable player.
Yeah, he might be. He might be the most valuable player. The most in the entire league. And then Danny Dimes going crazy. Here's some stats about this Indianapolis Colts offense, juggernaut, led by Shane Steichen here. Most points per drive in a season, Colts 3.5. Patriots in 2007, 3.2. No big deal. They were great, right?
Wow.
2007 Patriots.
Yeah, very, very good.
Highest drive score rate in a season, Colts in 2025, 63%. 2018 Chiefs, ever heard of them? 53%.
Jesus.
Fewest punts per drive in a season, Colts 19% of the time. We're punting with Rigoberto Sanchez, who's a great punter, by the way, just would like that to be known, and an incredible holder, which was on display this weekend with people not being great at holding. 2018 Rams, 24%. Were they good? Yeah, I think so. 7 games in, but still, that is ridiculous. Company keeps, says Hembo. Thank you, Hembo.
Yep.
With the little tagline at the bottom. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We didn't punt for like 3 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like Dimes knows exactly what to do in every single play. He knows exactly, like, even where to run. And then if it doesn't work out, Jonathan Taylor's vision is... He'll cut that shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's going obtuse angle.
Yeah.
Back and then it's wide ass open over there too, because our offensive line has been doing incredible job. So it's fun to watch. They're not the only ones. There's a couple more MVPs that we saw from winning teams this weekend. How about over there in London, Tanner, Matty Stafford? Now, this guy's special. And obviously, Devontae Adams goes bananas, and Matthew Stafford's still doing that Matthew Stafford shit. Now, he needs not to wear cleats over there on the Baltimore Orioles pitching mound.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay, even though that might be the best pitch that mound has seen in a while. They go over to L.A. and absolutely crush. Devontae Adams has to be so happy about the decision to go to the Los Angeles Rams. And this is all without Puka Nacua. So, obviously, we all miss Puka. We're all pulling for Puka. And this Los Angeles Rams team with Sean McVay at the helm is incredibly disgusting all the time. And Stafford looks like he's 32 years old, D-Bud. I mean, he looks like he's 31 right now with all the throws and everything he's doing.
I know you said don't do it, the cleats on the mound and all that, but whatever you did this week, do it whenever. Like, the teams, I'm sure we talk about it's a copycat league. When did they go over to London? Like,
Saturday.
Yeah, so the latest arrival there ever, and they just showed up and absolutely dominated. All these passing touchdowns in the red area. I'm sure a bunch of people that had Kyron Williams possibly on the touchdown ticket were pissed off, but great job by him. 5 touchdowns, and Devontae Adams 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable performance out there in London Town.
And the last winning QB that we're thinking maybe MVP conversation is the guy, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, I don't want to say this because it sounds disrespectful. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest at football again.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because he's playing like he was playing a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So their offense kind of transitioned into a different offense, whether it was the personnel that they had. Remember, there was a time where they didn't have anybody to catch the ball. So they had to go on the run game. They had to do defense. They had to be very conservative. There was a time where he was wide open, throwing it all over the place, running all over the place. And they've had success both ways. Feels like we're back to Showtime Patrick Mahomes. Feels like it's time. He'll put the team on his back if he has to, but we're throwing the ball all over the place. We're no looking. We're doing absurd shit on a regular basis. And it'll be a headline here in about a second. Everybody knows what's going on with the Chiefs right now. As soon as anybody starts seeing some of these highlights, Rashee Rice is back. How you doing? Keep moving. Let's go ahead and force feed him a couple touchdowns, make sure he feels welcome. We got Worthy as well. Oh, yeah. And we got Travis. Oh, yeah. And we got Patrick Mahomes from a couple years ago when he was putting the team on his damn back as opposed to the conservative offense, Patrick Mahomes, that he had to be. Once again, I don't want to say that he was doing anything by choice. Had to do it to win it. This is exciting. This is electrifying. And this is why as soon as the sportsbook saw a glimpse of it, there was like one game 3 weeks ago where Patrick Mahomes started moving. They're like, yep, he's the favorite. Let's go ahead and put him right back up there with what they're going to do. That AFC West is tough. There's the odds. Obviously, we didn't put Baker on today's list of MVPs that we saw over the weekend because he plays tonight. So let's go ahead and get excited about that. Same with Jared Goff. So we apologize for not doing that. And, I think there's a lot of great football right now with no standalones for who the MVP is. Now, let's go to the third headline, shall we? LA lights up London. To your point, Darius, this is another international game, another weekend, a 9:30 Sunday Eastern time game to wake up to, have a little coffee, hang out with baby girl, watch her eat some eggs, and then, we got football playing. That's amazing news. Who did I pick whenever we were doing the picks? Oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars, because Liam Cohen had a lot of time in LA. He'll know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's good. And this Jaguars team's a good team.
They're good.
In LA, they're not going over until Saturday. They think this is a joke.
Stupid.
What you didn't remember, what we didn't think about, and I think I mentioned it on Friday, but it didn't hit me until late. Them choosing to fly over on Saturday, stay on the East Coast, Baltimore, then fly over there. They have those long-ass flights on a regular basis.
Yep.
Anytime they got to fly to the East Coast from LA, it's 4, 5, 6 hours. So if they're in Baltimore and that's a 5-6 hour flight to London, for them it's just like, we just got to get used to playing in the morning. Other than that, it is status quo. And they just beat the hell out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they looked fresher than any team I've seen go play international.
Yeah.
They look better than everybody. And they might have had it figured out. And this team's for real yet again, Darius.
It's for real. Now, offensively, they're always going to be for real with Sean McVay and Matt Stafford calling the shots. But defensively, with Chris Shula and some people are calling for him in some other places to take the reins. But that defense is absolutely dominant. It starts with the front.
It's in the blood.
First,
it's in the blood.
Fisk, Turner, just a bunch of dogs up front. Chris Shula has the boys rolling, hunting. They lead the league in dime personnel, so they're going to get stops. But offensively, they're going to score points week in and week out. You talked about it. This was without Puka, who was a top 2, top 3 wide receiver when he was playing this season. We expect him to pick up right where he left off when he gets back in here. But, Matt Stafford slinging the ball all across the yard. This guy, he's going to be a dog as this season continues to go on. We saw him in college, Ferguson, second-round pick. But, this team is special to watch. And what are they now, 5-2 on top of the NFC West? Yeah, so I can't wait to continue to watch these boys roll.
Raining like hell. Obviously, tea and crumpets all over the place. Matthew Stafford loves everything about it. They're almost throwing more because it was nasty out there. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Ted.
that's what I was going to say, is to do it in the inclement weather, because it was pouring. And, I think a lot of people, maybe not so much with Stafford because he's played for so long, but they just assume with the Rams, it's like, oh, that's a dome team. And then when they have to travel potentially for the playoffs, they're going to be in trouble because they're so used to that. And obviously, we saw last year in the playoffs that wasn't necessarily the case, but for them to be able to go in these conditions and just beat the shit out of the Jaguars, I think that speaks volumes.
They pummeled these Jaguars.
Are we worried about the Jags?
No!
A little bit after that one. A little bit.
No.
London's a home game for them.
No, but it was rainy. Let's go to the number 2 headline. The Chiefs isn't still the Chiefs. They're better.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I think we're all seeing it. Okay? Sportsbook saw it before any of us.
Yes,
they're the ones who changed the odds immediately. Somehow they must have had a little conversation inside. Okay, when Rashee Rice obviously comes back, they're going to have another weapon. Okay? And with Worthy being faster than everybody on the field, they're going to have this year's version of their Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce's going to somehow drink from the fountain of youth. Kareem Hunt's going to do the same damn thing. They're going to start having more weapons than everybody else. And then, Patrick Mahomes is going to make a decision that he's just not going to lose anymore. That's what Patrick Mahomes says he's going to do. He'll run through you. He'll run around you. And then the defensive side of the ball, hold the phone. They have a shutout. Are they good too, D-Butch?
Well, look. You got to factor in the opponent here.
Whoa, Kenny Pickett played. That man's a Super Bowl champion.
Exactly my point. So they ran 30 plays on offense. I don't know what. I should be a record at least in the last 15. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah, Spags in that defense is going to figure it out and start humming and start playing well. But Patrick Mahomes is the first game, I believe, with Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and Rashee Rice on the field at the same time. And you mentioned Travis Kelce finding that fountain of youth. Yeah, definitely. He's going to be open. That intermediate intermediate part of the field has to be open because as defenses and DBs, we got to get the hell back with all these guys running 4-2s all around the field. So Andy Reid, they're going to figure it out. Spags is going to figure it out. And then Tube on the special teams in that third phase, he's going to figure it out as well. So, yeah, it's not a great moment for any teams in the AFC, any teams in the NFL, really, when this team in red is humming.
We saw Travis Kelce on the Eras Tour come out on stage, save his lady.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
and do the whole thing.
Yep.
We saw him, Happy Gilmore, nail it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nail it. Obviously, we've seen Patrick Mahomes do some commercials, and we've seen him out there kind of doing his thing. You saw him do a little thespian for the fake.
Yeah.
Like run it.
Going for it on their own 40.
Tony.
On 4th and a foot. Try to draw him offside. Sorry. Mahomes says, Coach, it doesn't
there they go.
work.
They
He was
go for
faking it.
He was faking it. Holy hell, bruh. That's genius. I love everything about it. A couple of the linebackers look like they weren't falling for it, but just all you need is one D lineman just to be like, oh, yeah, we aren't falling for it, brother. Whoa, shit, we're out of nowhere. Love the fake spike anytime anybody does it. And I guess we're going to, anytime Patty Showtime Mahomes starts putting it on a Broadway act in the middle of a show, I'm going to buy it because I think he sold it pretty good.
I mean, he fooled Tony Romo played with 15 years in the league. He fooled the hell out of Tony. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably hated that from Tony, but I loved it. I think it actually made it better. Look, think about Tony. You feel like he's excited watching the game, so I can appreciate that from him. And we've seen Patrick Mahomes. You never know what to expect with this bunch, whether it's spinning around in a huddle in the red area or something. They always got something up their sleeve. So it's the Raiders. Sure, why not go for it?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 7-0 at that point. Little did they know that would be the Raiders' final score. And Pete Carroll, I don't know if he's loving necessarily coming back into coaching to be the Raiders. And what's that conversation later? We'll certainly ask Schefter here in a matter of moments. Then the number one headline. I'll let you guys read it at home with your eyes first. Colts win the Super Bowl. I mean, it's so cool. They're finally going to play somebody that's good. Beat the Broncos, okay? Just so we all kind of make this argument kind of disappear quickly. Chargers aren't going to let them just do that bullshit. Danny Dimes going to fight. Yeah, right. We're better than everybody. We're literally better than everybody. And we got 390-pounders deflecting balls and catching it. This guy cooks wings in his sink. And he's doing this to your favorite quarterback. Give me that. Bats it up in the sky, pushes a guy off him. Let me find that thing. Fingers and wrist tape. Then our entire team joins him. Everybody that is in L.A. from Indianapolis hits the field and celebrates with him. But whenever things like that are happening, good juju's on our side. And then you think about the story. Grover Stewart was actually one who brought the guitar. So they've been bringing a guitar for Jim Irsay. It's one of his guitars for the boss. Bring it in. I don't know if it's player of the week, person that gives a speech. I'm not 100% sure how it goes to who it goes. But obviously bring the guitar, you got to get the pick. So now every person that is defense that brings in a guitar, we're expecting the same thing.
Yep.
Grover Stewart's not supposed to get picks. Brought his guitar, needs one so he can shred that thing. This team's real deal, brother. They are real. All three phases, too. Badgley goes back. He was kicker for the Chargers. Makes a couple big ones. Rigoberto Sanchez was called on a couple times. He makes it. The defense humming all over the place. And we just got Kenny Moe back. Okay, so the fact that he's getting his feet back under him for the run. The Colts might be starting out too hot, but also we might be nowhere near our peak yet either. I mean, there's so many different things and angles to kind of discuss about it. How do you feel about the team, and what do you think about our upside still? I feel like we're still only learning more about ourselves.
Yeah, I expect at this point for us to be kind of figuring out and finding ourselves, hopefully being like around 500, maybe in the battle for the AFC South. So to be sitting here going into week 8, week 9 now, and you're at the top of the league. Like, we're the class of the division when you look at, obviously, the AFC South and the whole conference of the AFC. And you talk about it. When you watch this team play, it's not like gimmicky shit or they got an offense that, hey, defense haven't quite figured it out yet, or defense, like, you're just seeing sound fundamental football in all three phases, regardless of the injuries. We've been pretty healthy in offense, but a ton of injuries on defense. Danny Dimes, like, it's unbelievable they was hiding this quarterback in New York for those years. Like, I feel terrible for all these quarterbacks that will go away and we'll never see.
Some of us knew.
I mean, I didn't know. Most of us didn't know. We remember the poll.
We watched the Vikings playoff game.
Yeah, I'm sure you were in the minority with those reports. You were very optimistic
Let's
about
not look
David
back
Jones.
at it.
Yeah, but
let's talk about it now.
Man, he's spinning it. Shane Steichen, unbelievable. It's a big win for him, too, against one of his former teams. You talked about Big Grove, and just that, what you saw with the sideline. Like I talked about it weeks ago with I think it was the Eagles at the time. But, like, when you see those type of vibes, like that's the type of shit that just comes through the screen. You can tell what's going on in the building Monday through Saturday when you see shit like this with the side. I don't think I've ever seen this many people run off the sideline on an NFL game. This game's nowhere near over, too. This is middle of the second quarter. It's not like fourth quarter game sealing interception. So the vibes are immaculate right now with the Colts. Long season ahead, but from everything that I'm seeing and that we're seeing, it looks like they're going to only continue to get better.
Last stat before we bring in a man to correct us or give us more depth on every conversation we've had. Daniel Jones is responding to pressure better than any QB we've ever tracked, says Hembo. His 91.8 QBR when pressure would be the highest in a season in the history of the metric. The previous record was Josh Allen's 83.5 in 2024 last year. That was an MVP season. For context, the league average versus pressure is 27.8. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a guy who I think to just say, hand the MVP trophy to Danny Dimes now. Senior NFL insider for ESPN, Michigan man, Adam Schefter. Shefty, first 15, 39 minutes in at this point. We appreciate you joining us. Anything that you saw us talk about that we missed there or needs to be mentioned?
Jonathan Taylor's had a pretty good hand in succeeding where Danny Dimes has. And Danny Dimes, you know what's amazing is the Colts are under a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, and they haven't added that much. They added a quarterback and they added a tight end, right? That's basically what they did. Tyler Warren, Daniel Jones. And those two guys have turned that team into a dominant outfit. And a lot of people said they hadn't beaten anybody early on. Okay, fine. They went into L.A., and yes, that Charger team was beat up, but they beat up that team. You don't see an offense run up points the way that the Colts are doing. And what's amazing to me also is they're very rarely in third down. Like, they're getting everything on first, second down. They've been incredible to watch, and they are right now as good as about any team in football outside, with all due respect, maybe the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, well, obviously, Kansas City Chiefs, we just did an entire thing about what Patrick Mahomes looks like right now and how they're potentially only getting better. I think we as the Indianapolis Colts, I'm not going to say we, I'll say as the fan of the Indianapolis Colts, I won't speak for that locker room. We'd like to play the Chiefs right now, okay? Now, I think in a few weeks, this Chiefs team might continue to kind of do a thing, but so are we. I think we would not be scared of the smoke. And then Tampa Bay, obviously, is thinking the same thing down there in Tampa. We'll watch them tonight. Obviously, you'll give us some more intel on the two games this evening. Let's go to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, baby, why don't we go down Kokomo? You know what? We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Way down in Kokomo. Let's talk about the benched boys. Okay, not the Beach Boys. Let's talk about Tua, Geno, and Justin Fields. Obviously not a super positive thing to chit-chat about, but the benched boys is how we'll refer to them. What should we be expecting for their stories going forward? And is this just because the team looked like trash on this particular day? Let's go ahead and scrap off and move forward.
I mean, I can't believe all the things that are going on in the league and that giant Broncos game. We're going to go to the bench boys, but okay, like, you want to go there.
You missed the first 30 minutes, Schefter. You missed the first 30 minutes. We already hit that. Yeah, we already hit that. But you have the updates that we don't have. Tua and the Miami Dolphins, obviously interesting situation. Geno and the Raiders, Pete Carroll and the Raiders, and then Justin Fields. Aaron Glenn came out and said every situation is still going to be moderated. We're early in the week. Feels like those are pretty big stories with three pretty big names there.
Yeah, listen, Aaron Glenn is leaning on the advice of other people. As he mentioned during the press conference, wants to talk to some other coaches around the league. I would imagine that means he'll be talking to Bill Parcells this week. Maybe Sean Payton gets some input on what he should and shouldn't be doing at quarterback. I think when you're talking like that, I think it's hard to go back to the initial guy. So it wouldn't surprise me if they go to Rod Taylor here, but that'll be a decision that Aaron Glenn has to make here. Tua Tagovailoa has struggled. It's not like they're going to turn to Quinn Ewers, I don't think, this early in the year. They're going to keep riding Tua right now. He'll be the guy. He's thrown a lot of interceptions. They've played bad football. You know, I know a lot of people thought that by this time the Dolphins would have wholesale changes today. It's not happening. They've been wanting to hold off on this for as long as they possibly can. I think we all recognize what's ahead in Miami, that there could be significant changes that come. They don't seem to be coming anytime soon, but obviously when you play the way they have and lose the way that they are, I had one Dolphins fan text me yesterday that this is one of the lowest points in franchise history. There's going to be changes, and we know that there'll be changes. We just don't know how soon they'll come, but I'm not expecting any changes this week. The Raiders are on a bye week. They're going to have to sit down and evaluate everything. Their backup quarterback's Kenny Pickett. I guess they could try that for a spark. The problem yesterday, they ran 30 total plays all game. If you look at it, I think that was like the lowest number of plays. I have it in my phone. It's like the lowest number. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Lowest amount of plays since at least 2002. I have some. Yeah, I mean, just you're not going to win that way. And it was a bad performance. They have not played well offensively. They should get Brock Bowers back after the bye. That'll help. They didn't have Jacoby Myers. Like, who's Geno throwing the football to yesterday? It's a tough thing.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. Injury is also a tough thing in the NFL storyline. We know you don't love that is a part of your gig, but it's real, especially at the quarterback position. Now, you have Jacoby playing for Kyler. Yep. You have Carson playing for JJ. Then we got a couple more seemingly yesterday. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, Carolina got another win yesterday, but Bryce Young went down late in that game. And then also Jaden Daniels went down in his game as well. Any updates there for those two quarterbacks?
Bryce Young won't play this week. He'll be out. He's dealing with a sprained ankle. And as for Jaden Daniels, well, Bryce Young, here's the play. He hobbled to the locker room after he went down here. Gingerly didn't come back in the game. Andy Dalton came on, and Andy Dalton will wind up starting for Bryce Young this week. Jaden Daniels also went to the blue medical tent, hobbled. People weren't exactly sure what it initially was. It turned out to be his hamstring. Look, we've seen what this is before, whereas Lamar Jackson had a hamstring injury. Now, who knows if they're the same grade? We don't know what grade Lamar's was, but he missed 2 weeks. They have the bye, and I think the Ravens feel like they'll get him back. Jaden Daniels hobbles off the field, doesn't come back in the game. I think it would be safe to say right now that it would be a surprise if he's playing a week from today against the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and the Commanders are about to embark upon really like the teeth of their schedule. They play the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Lions. I think that it's fair to think that Jaden Daniels is going to miss some of those games at the very least. With a hamstring injury like that, here's a guy that makes his living with his legs, with his arm, and again, I think it'd be a surprise if he's back next week.
That sucks for all of us. Marcus Mariota, though, has already gotten some time, obviously. We'll see how that goes for Monday Night Football. Two guys that I mentioned there early, and we got a chance to experience the Carson Wentz experience yesterday. And also, what's going on out there in Phoenix. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, we did get to experience that. And JJ was limited in practice this week, so it wasn't a surprise that Carson was starting this week. But what about going forward? Is JJ McCarthy the starter when Carson Wentz, is JJ McCarthy the starter when he is healthy? And then Pat talked about out in Phoenix, is Kyler the starter when he comes back as well?
My understanding is with Carson Wentz and JJ, the Vikings play a short week this week. They have the Chargers Thursday night. I would expect that we get Carson Wentz on Thursday night.
Yes.
And I was told there's a chance that JJ McCarthy will be ready for the week after at Detroit. So, again, I think if Carson Wentz comes back and plays well, they win the game Thursday night. Maybe that buys JJ another week. If not, then I think JJ could be back as soon as that week at Detroit. Now, Kyler Murray, they're on a bye this week. My understanding all along has been that he will be back for Monday Night Football 2 weeks from tonight at Dallas. Kyler's from that area. He's not going to miss a game in Jerry's world against the Cowboys. So you could expect to see Kyler back 2 weeks from tonight.
Okay, so Kyler's back in Jerry world. I think he has a pretty good record through high school and everything like that. And then Jacoby Brissett will continue to spin it for them. And then Carson Wentz is on Thursday night against the Chargers. Is that what you said?
That's what I would think. That would be my expectation right now.
That's been the problem with these 9:30 a.m. Sunday games. We had a taste of Carson Wentz football at 9:30 a.m. We had a taste of the Carson Wentz experience at 9:30 a.m., and we thought to ourselves, this is the greatest way to start a day. Did you see him yesterday? We are in full Carson Wentz experience time right now with the Minnesota Vikings. Kevin O'Connell can say what he wants, but when a guy can do that, drop it on a dime, Jordan Addison in the corner, you're allowed to do whatever you want. He'll do this every once in a while. That's an easy one. I'll miss it. Okay, just because it's better for you. And then, oh, shit, it's going to get snapped over my head. Obviously not his fault, but he'll make the play.
Great
he's going to get on that play. He's been in that position before. And then every once in a while, he's going to take a huge shot, just throw it to the other team. That's not his fault. Took a massive shot. Quarterbacks are going to do that. They obviously cribbed that thing, so that's a little bit of a different story. And Carson Wentz will get a little handsy. Yep, let me throw it backwards real quick, out of bounds. This is the Carson Wentz experience we were talking about. Anything could happen on any play, including this. Cross body, hawk that thing to who? Somebody. Like a punt. It's a punt. Don't worry about it, Carson Wentz says. And then whenever you talk about evading and escaping and dropping, boom, he does that on the other side of it. That is the Carson Wentz experience. And as the game got later, Carson only got better. Feels like the Eagles were only getting more scared. Little underhanded stuff. How you doing, TJ Hawkinson? Why don't you get it out there? And then every once in a while, there'll be a little bit of chaos. Let me throw it right into the ground here. Who's around me? Nobody. That's obviously an intentional grounding. Yeah, that'll be a sack there. So there's just a never ending of whoa. He's like the Michigan Wolverine football team, but on every single play. It could be the greatest play or it could be the worst play at any given moment. And that's Carson Wentz experience that's coming on Thursday night. Consider me in. Yeah. And Amazon needs to be thanking their lucky stars that Carson Wentz is playing on prime time on. Yes. Yeah. We got Harbaugh talking. Okay, Jim Harbaugh stories and features happening. And then we got Carson Wentz playing ball. Holy this is the Mega Bowl. Yeah, it is. This is they need to have a human wrestle a bear at halftime. Spumoni. They need that out there.
Van Herbert's there?
All right. Anyways, sorry, we had to get that in. Had to get the Carson Wentz experience. That's the only reason we asked that whole question right there.
Schefter gets it.
Schefter, we appreciate you alley-ooping us for that.
That was quite an array of highlights, of course. I did not expect to get the full Carson Wentz experience when I popped on here, but we did. That was the full experience.
Dude, we got to experience it as Colts fans. It's the greatest and the worst, but that's the Carson Wentz
exactly. That's part
experience.
of the beauty.
All right, Ty has a question for you, Schefter.
Schefter, you said that you thought the trade deadline would be pretty active this year. Yeah. After yesterday and the Raiders just get absolutely embarrassed, and I know we do this every single year because the Raiders kind of suck around this time every single year. Is there any chance that Max Crosby is potentially going to get traded? A couple teams out there, like Colts could maybe use a D end. Yeah. Is there any chance that the Raiders will even entertain that, or is it just going to be no?
Ty, they haven't done that in the past. I wouldn't imagine that they would do it now, especially considering that when Pete Carroll comes back as the oldest coach in NFL history, he's not coming back to rebuild a team and stockpile picks. Pete Carroll is coming back to compete. And obviously they've run into some hard times here, and they're not winning and they're not playing overly well. But I can't imagine that Pete Carroll is going to be on board with trading a game-changing defensive guy. And if and when the day ever were to come that Max Crosby were traded, I think it would have to be coming from Max Crosby, going in there and saying, guys, I can't take it anymore. I want to be traded. And they just paid him in the offseason. They just gave him a new contract. So it's hard. You can't get everything in life. Like, you can't be treated like the face of the franchise, as he's been deservedly so because he's an incredible player. You can't be rewarded and paid in the offseason. And you can't turn around and say, well, I know we've sucked in the first 7 games and I want to be traded now. Like, it doesn't work like that. So I never rule out anything in this league. Anything's always possible. We'll see how it shakes out. But to me, I think he's staying in Vegas.
I don't think Max Crosby's ever wanted to be traded. Max Crosby gets very pissed off at us and others whenever it even comes up on our conversation because, Raider through and through. But we would like to let Max Crosby know we got to see you play live in person against the Colts. It'd be really cool to watch you play in big games.
Yeah, just want to see him win.
Yeah. It would be so cool.
Playoffs.
It would be so cool. He's a Raider. I get it. I understand they took a shot on you. You're very loyal. We all respect that. We respect shit out of Max Crosby. Very big fans. Such big fans. Would be really cool to watch him go through a playoff run. Just take over games, too. Yeah. Imagine the world getting to see him at Super Bowl. Max, think about the game, brother. Think about the game.
Exactly.
Super Bowl. You got people that are watching only one game a year. They don't even know what American football is. And what do they see? This super tatted white dude off the edge who never stops. Yeah. And just full menace the whole time. Might open this game up to another 100 million people.
No doubt. Legit. Him and Buckner.
Oh. Come on, Mad Max, we need you. Now, on that note, the fact that you're so loyal and respect and all that stuff is part of the reason why you are the person that
very
we love.
cool.
Yeah, we get it. But he gets mad at us anytime it's mentioned. We would like that to be known.
I was going to say, would Trey Hendrickson be more likely because of his relationship with Lou Anarumo, but did the Thursday night win kind of put that on halt, Schefty, potentially?
Lou Anarumo?
And Trey Hendrickson, was he ever on the block? Because he's on a one-year deal, basically. He'd be a good rental in the Colts' relationship with Lou Anarumo. And did the Thursday night win kind of put things on hold there if he ever was on the block?
I mean, I don't know. It was on a hold. Like, they're trying to get back in this. They traded for Joe Flacco. They won a game. If they lose the next 2 games leading up to the trade deadline, could that change things? Sure. But I don't think the Bengals are looking to give away Trey Hendrickson, and I don't think Trey is thinking about or entertaining the idea that he's going to be leaving right now. Like we exchanged a couple of texts last week. He had no idea what was going on, and nothing along those lines of him being traded. And again, in this league, anything's always possible. We'll see how it shakes out. But I think the Bengals are focused on trying to turn around their season before the trade deadline, coming off a big win Thursday night against the Steelers.
The NFL, anything is possible, including people calling in from a different state. Go ahead, D-Butch.
Yeah, what the hell is this about, Schefty? Like, we saw it with Jared Goff with the shift, and they called back the touchdown. They said it came from New York, and then I just remembered that we were talking about T.J. Hockenson. That touchdown, he had diving touchdown. It was called a touchdown. Then it was reviewed, and he said he didn't get any confirmation from the referees on the field that they saw anything to overturn it, but it came from New York. What's going on with the NFL and them coming in from New York, changing calls, and the refs on the field not really doing it?
Well, that's always been the case. The league has always been able to watch these games and weigh in with their opinion. I think that was part of the change in the offseason rules and the way they approach this, that New York office will always be involved in these kinds of things. So I think when the officials are huddling, the eye in the sky, the eyes in New York are always watching as well. And I think everybody's trying to come together to come up with the best opinion, the right call on any of these situations, whether it's coming from on the field, in the booth, in New York, wherever it may be. So I think New York has always kind of been watching things. They've got their eyes on all games at all times.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they've always been able to weigh in with their opinion.
And all people. Yeah, they're watching this right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I might get a text about it. Like, here's the deal. Like, they know the people know who they are. Like, give me the update. What do you have to say about that?
And those people, let's be good, okay? If you're going to have that type of power, let's make sure we're good at it. And I appreciate the fact that they're giving their opinion. Let's give facts. Let's give facts, okay? Let's make sure we're doing that, especially if we all kind of understood that New York was doing that, and then they're lying about it.
Yeah, because if the refs on the field, 3 refs on the field tell you, like, hey, we saw it this way, we got it, but, hey, like, that's as
a baby-face move by the refs, though.
True.
That's like the refs maybe trying to put themselves over in the moment as opposed to burying New York.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
You should get everybody on the same page. Hey, New York, if you're going to be giving your opinion, we think this is a good game. Also, that's not a catch. Let's make sure all the other refs just buy in and go, hey, New York said that's the case, as opposed to, I would have gave it to you.
Yeah. Messed up.
That's a tough look.
Or do what the ACC does.
Wide open.
That's the best.
Let us hear it.
Yeah.
Tonight, we got 1 minute. We wasted a lot of your time, Schefter. We are so sorry. What do we need to look at for tonight, injuries-wise? Detroit Lions secondary banged up bad, and Brian Branch out, right? That's a big story.
Yeah, it's obviously a huge deal. The fact no Avonte Maddox, no Kirby Joseph, no Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch suspended. So you're talking about basically essentially a starting secondary wiped out due to injury or suspension. The Buccaneers wide receivers, no Chris Godwin. I think Mike Evans is going to wind up playing, and I think, to the surprise of many, Emeka Egbuka has a real chance to play tonight. They're going to test him pre-game to make a final determination. But as I was told over the weekend, I think it was trending towards him playing, and they'll obviously see how he feels pre-game before signing off. But I think there's a real chance he's going to be out there tonight.
5 seconds. Texans, Seahawks. Anything?
Seahawks have a couple of defensive backs who are questionable. Julian Love, Devin Witherspoon. I think it'd be a surprise if either played.
Goodbye. We'll see you next hour.
We have an opportunity to give away $75,000 to a kid named Daniel Villasenor.
Absolutely.
You're a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
What is your major?
Civil engineering.
Okay, so what's that mean? What is civil engineering?
I don't really know.
Have you ever kicked a ball before?
I have.
When? Were you a soccer player?
Soccer player, yeah.
Okay, how were you at kicking soccer balls? Pretty good?
I was okay. I was good.
Have you ever said anything negative about football kickers?
Maybe once or twice.
Daniel! Damn, Daniel! We don't need that. You make a field goal here from 33 yards uphill. You're the civil engineer. You'd have to tell me, I think it's about a 40-yard kick. If you're able to do that, we will give you $75,000.
All right.
He's got no laces.
Yeah, what do we got going here? Can we get a shot of shoes?
What time?
Hey, a shot of the shoes.
Daniel showed up in his Vans with no laces. What time did you get here for this?
About 11:40 last night.
Need a lot of power.
Good luck, Daniel.
I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Wait a second.
Just like everything this morning, that was a surprise. We did not expect that.
Let's go. We got to do one more shot.
One more kick for $100,000.
You got this, dude.
Let's go. How about this, Daniel? How about this, Daniel? Not only is this one for $100,000, if you make it, we'll add another $100,000 to the $500,000 donation we're about to make from College Game Day to the hurricane relief. It could be $600,000 if you make this, with $100,000 going into your pocket. Daniel, this is bigger than you. Let's make a kick, bro.
Way to overcome the shoes here. That was a heck of an effort. Come on, you got this.
In Berkeley, California.
You got it.
Oh! Hell yeah!
Great job.
Damn, Daniel! Damn, Daniel! All right.
What just happened? Are you kidding me? It's fun, man. 11:40 he was there.
I know. $600,000 to hurricane relief. $100,000 to Daniel. What a morning in Berkeley. Way to go, Daniel. The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey. What? Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this massive Overreaction Monday, October 20th, 2025. This hour begins out. Football! Man, I almost said the program because I just couldn't wait to get started, as if it was first time we're getting on the microphones after that incredibly electrifying weekend of ball with two more games tonight. Is a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. Has seemingly become like the thing now.
Yeah.
ESPN obviously only has Monday Night Football normally. Getting a second game on Monday night's time slot, certainly cool. 10 p.m. Eastern starts
what the hell?
on ESPN, Texans and Seahawks, for those of you that might not be able to fall asleep. Or if you fall asleep during the first game and wake up late and say, what happened in that first game? Oh, there's another game on. You might be able to catch something until about 1, 2 a.m. with the Texans and the Seahawks. Remember, Seahawks, Sam Darnold and the boys are talented. Texans been on a little bit of a run here, though. Obviously, they've been counted out, ruled out early, but C.J. Stroud and Texans kind of find their way. And then Bucks and Lions, you got two teams that might represent the NFC in the Super Bowl there. Okay, Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a lot of injuries throughout this entire season. Baker Mayfield has throttled himself right into MVP conversations. And then Jared Goff, they were calling him Jared Gooflovsky.
They were.
Earlier in the year whenever they weren't doing anything cool or dynamic. And then all of a sudden, they're all the way back to who they were last year. Very banged up in the secondary. Did I hear 5 members of the secondary are at least out or hurt at this moment?
4 guys are out. No Brian Branch, no Kirby Joseph. Those are our starting safeties. No Terrion Arnold, no DJ Reed. Those are our starting corners against Baker Mayfield, who is slinging the pill everywhere. That's a little worrisome.
With potential Mike Evans and Emeka Ibuka back tonight, easy for everybody to say, including Gronk and myself. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. D-Butch, this is what the Lions had last year. The Lions, I mean, now they got 4 guys, including 3 guys and a suspension, but they got the defensive injury bug bad last year, and it completely stalled what they were going to have. Still ended up the number 1 seed in the NFC, but weren't the Super Bowl team that we thought. Is it going to happen to them again?
I mean, those names, it's hard to go into a game and compete, especially against an MVP caliber quarterback with none of your starters in the secondary up there. But, I mean, we saw the 49ers kind of do it with what Saleh did with his defense. And you still have Hutch, who's been a game wrecker, and Muhammad on the other side of him, who's been an absolute dog as well. So I got faith in Kelvin Shepard to make this a good game of DC for the Lions. But you talked about the slate and the back-to-back starts. I know I'm probably in the minority here. I prefer the 7 and the 10 o'clock starts when there are 2 games that should be potentially good games. Like, these are 4 good teams. You got 3 quarterbacks that can honestly, at the end of the season, be in the MVP conversation with how they're playing tonight. So I'll be up for this one for sure.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about it. See how it goes. That second one's going to be tough for me to make it, but I'll watch it in the morning. But maybe I stick up for it because I'm such a big fan of the Houston Texans team. That's real. They've been very good to us. The Houston Texans have been very, very good to us. It's been tough since that first year. C.J. Stroud really get rolling. Maybe tonight's a night where they let the world, or remind the world that, or at least the West Coast that's watching, that we are for real. And maybe the Seahawks continue to go when nobody talks about them. They're a bandwagon as well that everybody could potentially hop on after everybody potentially hopped off last year with new head coach. Kicking Pete Carroll out of the building. They kick this guy out of the building.
Wild.
Painted over the walls.
Well,
Legion of Boom's back, by the way. They're doing a video game thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Legion of Boom. It's great.
Love the Legion of Boom.
Talks tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP. Tone is here. Tone, public one. We need to feel good.
Yes, they did. They were 5-4 this weekend on teams that were getting 60% or more of the bets. Also, teams that were getting mid-50s. Bengals, Chiefs, and Cowboys all won and covered as well. It was a good weekend for the public.
It was a great weekend for this man we're about to bring in as well. He's college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. AJ, how you doing, dude?
I do not remember all my picks. I have no clue what my record may be, but I feel like I won some.
Oh, yeah, you got the Hawkeye on the board right now, brother. You're flying high, 9-4 after an incredible Sunday slate for AJ Hawk. Now, there was a couple that we decided that we could have maybe just ruled out. Both of us could have just ruled out there, but
I picked the Raiders, man. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 31-0 was it? Is that right? They were down the ball with like 4 minutes to go, and I picked the Raiders.
Yeah, they kneel down before the 2-minute warning is certainly something. That is certainly
Raiders
something.
had all their timeouts.
Yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars, I took them. So that was a fun morning. You know, just kind of watching them never get started. I went 8-5. You went 9-4 tonight. Obviously, 2 games. I'll be excited to see who you pick and how you pick them. College, another big weekend. Picking.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what. When the games that we're at, when I get those ones right, those feel really good. You know, because there's a lot of people that tell me I'm just pandering to the crowd. Or if I sit up there and I tell these people to go to hell, I would like it to be for good reason.
Sure.
You know, I'd like that to be the case. I got Connor bet alongside me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, but basically all of them. The only 3 I posted were just the ones that I did after the fact, you know, after you made all these. These 6 were money. And the best part about these was like, man, but I do like Ole Miss. No, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. BYU, same thing. I was like, well, I like Utah, though. Utah's cool. Nope, just shut up. Listen to what Pat's saying because he actually knows what he's talking about. And then the last one, the alternate spread. That was the one where it was like, okay, had a great day early, had the 17 or the 6-team money line one going, and I was like, I mean, everybody, you know, is basically saying these guys should do well. You mentioned, hey, massive bounce back for Oregon and South Florida as a college football playoff team. So I was like, you know what? screw it. Maybe they'll both just blow them out, especially because South Florida was a South Florida Bowl. It was against FAU, so I kind of thought there might be a little extra juice there. So thank you very much.
Hey, we got to enjoy these times because this could swing the other way.
Yeah.
This certainly swing the other way, especially with the way the college football has been going this year. AJ, I don't know if you saw this stat I tweeted. We read in the first hour from ESPN Research. Top 10 teams have lost 18 times this season, the most through 8 weeks of a season since 2007. I mean, you're talking about insanity. 4 of them lost this past weekend, and Coach Braum, all of a sudden, not only running old clips of him whenever he's saying, am I dead? No, let's play football, basically, as an actual quarterback in the league at the time. But his team every year, 2 years ago was Notre Dame. Last year was Clemson. This year it's Miami on Friday night as everybody is watching along. And this guy, they're calling him Adrian Peterson as a wide receiver.
Yep.
Braum's name might be real hot in some spots because of what he's been able to accomplish at Louisville. But you got to remember, he's in a Ring of Honor down there. He's a Hall of Famer down there at Louisville.
Yep, went and played at Louisville. Obviously had a great career coaching at Purdue as far as coaching at Purdue goes. He had upsets against Ohio State, top 5 upsets there as well, and then goes here. He's a coach that wins the big games. He's also a coach that I believe Louisville has the most consecutive 24-point where they have scored at least 24 points in the nation. So they score as well. So when you score and when you win big games, that is a recipe to be wanted by a lot of schools.
Pretty desired couple of traits that a coach would have. Spots are opening up, AJ. Spots are opening up around college ball. Who's going to coach all these teams?
Yeah, where are they going to find? I mean, we're going to see. You think we're going to see anybody jump from the NFL back to college? I don't know. Maybe an NFL coordinator takes a head gig somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know. Like Minter, for instance, out there at the Chargers, he had obviously a massive amount of success whenever he was at Michigan, but also he might get an NFL opportunity.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ways to look at it. Chip Kelly, he obviously Ohio State offensive coordinator, gets the NFL as fast as he possibly can. Now he's at the Raiders. This stinks. Maybe I go back to calling some plays and running a college thing. The new AP Top 25 is out. The Ohio State Buckeyes still at number 1. No real conversation or chatter about them either, AJ. Just kind of ho-hum. The Ohio State Buckeyes are better than they were last year at this point, and they're undefeated, and they're the number 1 team in the country. What do people not know about the Ohio State Buckeyes, AJ Hawk?
Man, I don't know. Maybe I just live in the bubble here. I hear, I watch with my eyes, but their defense under Matty Patricia is awesome. I mean, they lose so many guys, and they just reload and have dudes that are absolute freak athletes that run all over and make plays. So their defense is something people are talking about, but I think Julian Sain is awesome. I really do. I think he kind of flies under the radar, maybe because he's not 6'5" and the big pocket passer, but the dude is athletic with a crazy quick release. Throwing to great receivers, I get it. But, Buckeyes are doing what they should do right now.
Yeah, he's spinning it, obviously. Next game, November 1st against Penn State after you guys shut out Wisconsin. I was asked on game day, hey, how many points does Wisconsin score today against this Ohio State team? And I'd known that I didn't know if it was 17 or 16 in the time when I was speaking, but I knew they let Illinois score some points late. And I could just tell how pissed everybody was on the defensive side. Like, hey, we have a chance to do something special here at Ohio State. We're giving up 5 points a game, and you guys are going to let Illinois score 16 against us? Yeah, right. I thought Wisconsin had a rough day coming, and they did. They closed the door on them completely, 34-0. Penn State coming up. Now, Penn State loses a barn burner.
They may have found their new head coach.
Terry Smith?
Terry Smith had the boys playing. They played hard. They did. But, yeah, that was – barn burner is certainly one way of putting it, but that was – man, that might have been Iowa's best victory in the last 10 years.
I didn't get to see the entire game, only the highlights. Who was making what decisions? How did we get to where it was 33? What was the final score?
It was 25-24.
There it is. Wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, in the third quarter, Iowa was down 21-10, which typically for Iowa, they might as well have been down 50. They just do not come back from 11-point deficits. And Mark Gronowski, I tell you what, he only threw for about 68 yards. But he rushed for 140, put the team out, had multiple 50-plus yard runs, 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was amazing. It was just amazing.
What's Iowa's record now?
They are 5-2.
What are they going to end up?
I tell you what, I'm not so sure Oregon doesn't have another thing coming when they have to come play at Kinnick at night. It's fun because I get to do this right now because if Iowa loses that game, I say, fuck it. I'm not watching these guys the rest of the year. But so I got belief. Right now, I'm in the frame of mind that Iowa's going to be 10-2. And a couple things go their way, and guess what? They are the last team that slides into the playoffs.
Wow.
That's the headspace you have to operate in. You know, as a Big Ten guy, that's kind of what you have to do. I mean, nobody wants to see Gronowski one-on-one with the ball in his hand. Because he'll fucking give you a little one, and then he's gone. Like
we haven't
puff
even
of smoke.
seen him in sub-freezing temperatures yet.
Yeah, and that's when he thrives. It was a little chilly on Saturday night, but not like it's going to get.
What school did he go to?
South Dakota.
Okay, so South Dakota State, I believe, is hosting North Dakota State this weekend. I believe it is, or maybe it's in North Dakota State. That was a potential game day opportunity this weekend, and I know a lot of people were hoping that we would go to that game. I'd like to let everybody know I had a chance to experience game day. That was how I got on a game day, was because Adam Vinatieri was the guest picker for South Dakota State, obviously couldn't make it, so he sends me and replaces in 2019, and I go sleeveless hoodie up there. I get a chance to enjoy the entirety, do the thing, and that was like my first introduction to game day, basically. Kirk Herbstreit kind of pieces that whole thing together, which I'm very thankful for. And then obviously the next few years happened, and then now I'm back full-time for the past, I guess this is the 4th season now, and it's like getting a chance to go to South Dakota State. That place will always go big, go blue, go Jacks. I'm very thankful for that morning and everything that happened there. But that was 6 years ago. We were there. Now, Vandy, it's been forever since going to Vanderbilt is hosting a game that is obviously a national conversation. So I think no losing on most weekends on where game day goes. I think we should have went to Utah BYU last weekend. I think that was a miss. I think I said that in real time too. Like, hey, they would have shut down the whole state for us to go celebrate what that holy war was. And by the way, game was great.
Yeah,
too.
great game.
Great game. BYU remains undefeated. But like heading out Vandy to Nashville, first time, long time. Great city. I think they're all behind a football team. And then Mizzou, obviously. When was the last time they did a game day for a Mizzou game? I'm not 100% sure. Everybody's just attacking another SEC game. It's like, this is a different, I guess.
They're going to be juiced down there. Nashville is going to be rowdy for sure. I think also having Diego as a quarterback, that brings even more juice to game day, to everything, the atmosphere. It makes sense to me.
I hope so. But I think people were really pissed about the Georgia Ole Miss over.
At least the game. It was
great.
a banger.
Great game.
Yeah.
Great game. Yeah, and also Kirby Smart was electrical.
So and so was Lane on Saturday.
He was was he just looking off into the trees?
It looked like so.
He was spectacular out there. The game, you're right, was an incredible game. I completely concur on that. Then I got to see a Luke Combs, Bailey Zimmerman concert and Jelly Roll.
That's awesome.
So after the show ended, Jelly Roll went up there and performed Liar with Bailey Zimmerman. Luke Combs and Bailey obviously performed. I mean, I talked to James Franklin, fresh off firing coaches, vitamins opportunity. I mean, it was.
He's going to get a job.
It's a good interview, too. He did. I thought he did well.
Penn State people weren't happy with it.
Of course,
yeah.
Why? Why not?
Well, they said this was a little bit of glaze into James Franklin, don't we think? Now, if you look at all the graphics that were on the screen while James Franklin was on, there wasn't a lot of glazing happening there. I'm sitting next to James Franklin, and they're running the recap of the season.
Yeah, I know.
And Reese is like, go into the year, #1 team in the country. Boom, boom, boom. Then you lose to Oregon at home in the whiteout. Then you go to UCLA, lose. I'm sitting, James Franklin's right here. We're showing the lowlights, okay? And then at the bottom, they're putting up all his records against everybody. And then the unthinkable happens. He's right here. He loses to Northwestern at home. They show him getting booed out while he's walking with his family. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a tough start. And on the screen, it's like, let's take a look at his records now. 100-some wins against top 10 teams. None of them. This guy's worst in the history ever against good teams, okay? On a graph. Now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us in an exclusive, James Franklin. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Did he see those graphics before the show?
Yes. He was sitting here. Before he went up there?
Yeah, before he knew it. He hit that in real time. He's like, wow, this is okay.
I didn't see him beforehand. I don't know if he had to approve him or got approved or he I don't know.
Gotta tell the story.
There's no way they asked him for approval. Yeah, so that would never happen. But I don't know if he was showing them. But I'm sitting there looking at the same TV he's looking at. I'm like, that's a pretty good view. He's got his glasses on too. He definitely can see what those are saying. Oh, jeez, that's a tough go. I thought he handed himself off.
Yeah.
No. I thought he took some accountability while also saying, I was blindsided. I was surprised because I was so locked in, I appreciated him doing it, just sitting in there. That had to be uncomfortable. It had to be awkward. And he's getting, $43.9 million regardless of what happens next?
Yeah, or 49.9, whatever it is. But yeah,
50 million, whatever.
Yeah, it's a ton of money.
Can he double dip? I know Napier can double dip. I saw that in his
I think there is offset language, but he doesn't have to. Like, I think it was being reported as like he has to try to get a coaching or media job. With who his agent is, if that would have been the case, I would have certainly been pretty surprised by that. But I do think most of these guys that this particular agent represents, they only do one thing. And that's like, I'm coach. What, I'm going to go jet ski? No.
And they're all
Golf?
to get new deals.
Spend time with my fam? No.
I coach football.
No,
I
yeah.
have no hobbies.
Got no hobbies. I
Is
don't fish. I don't golf.
Yeah, it was a great answer by him. And also, what I told him, I think is very real too. Like, I think long-term history will look back on James Franklin and say, like, hey, James did a good job. Like, I think even like Penn State people will say that. You know, in the moment though, Penn State people are saying, I gave $20 million for this roster, and we just lost to Northwestern at home. That Northwestern, I didn't even know they had enough people to put on a field, and they just we lost to who? Iamale, I don't care. Yeah. I don't. And then Oregon before that. That's how a lot of Penn Staters feel right now, especially with the records that they were putting up on the screen. But I think in the long term, people will look back. To your point, though, this Penn State role now being open, boy, has that been good for everybody that's potentially up for that job.
Yeah.
And now another big one.
Huge.
Florida. Florida probably be.
That's a good job.
Because of recruiting, I think
Florida
so.
a little slightly. I know Penn State has the money, but I mean, Florida's got the money, the recruiting pipeline down in Florida, like SEC.
Those are two really good jobs.
Great jobs.
How many candidates are there?
Not enough.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's
When is the first one hired? When is the first big gig filled? That's my question too.
well. And when does the first big hire not just re-sign a deal at their own place?
Yeah.
For a
Good point.
mega deal.
Great point.
You know, like when does
It's
it?
so good. The leverage is awesome. Every
there's some
coach has. Every decent coach has great leverage when this stuff happens.
Jimmy Sexton walks out there with Lane Kiffin on that
the
field.
one.
Just know that man's phone is right there in his pocket. And if you want to talk about adding 5, 6, 7, 10 more million a year, I will certainly listen. I will certainly listen. The big deluxe, the big Cadillac, always working. I love that man. I enjoy him a lot. He's a phenomenal businessman. And the guys that he represents, though, just to go back to it, all super football people. And also, here he is. Look at his ass going between the hedges. And I can work a deal here if you'd like. You know, that's a couple coaches down there. You got Kirby, whose name is going to be everywhere. He's a damn good dog. Nobody would assume him to leave. Lane Kiffin, obviously, his name's up for Florida every year, even when Napier was the head coach, let alone maybe Penn State, and what Lane has obviously become at this stage of his career versus what he was 10 years ago and how good his teams have been. And listening to him give speeches and everything like that, it's like Lane's job's up there. And Jimmy's like, his name is up there, isn't it? It is. On that note, I don't even want to have a conversation. I don't even want to have a conversation. I just, can we, and then bang, the bang, the bang, the bang. And then all of a sudden, if you're one of these schools that needs a job or needs a coach, it's like, well, who's all available here? Who is?
And who are the other, I mean, Lane, based on what he's posting pregame and how he's winning and all this, it's going to be tough for him to leave Ole Miss. But who are like the hot?
There's like, like a smaller school, and it's not surprising that they covered the alternate spread because Alex Golish is putting up a lot of points right now because, a lot of people were saying at South Florida, he's putting up a lot of points to impress some bigger schools, especially in Florida, stuff like that. He's one of them. You got Matt Campbell, Iowa State, whose name's out there a lot. Obviously.
Every year, right? His name's up there?
Kind of, yeah.
Because he's done well. He's done great at Iowa State, and Iowa State's a great school, but they're not the recruiting fan base that Penn State or Florida and stuff like that has. There's, Manny Diaz at Duke, stuff like that.
You talk about Braum as well.
Braum.
Braum's name, Louisville, was it you, I believe, that said his name, he's a Louisville hero. If anybody is a school's hero that is currently their coach, it's definitely Braum at Louisville. But a lot of schools with a lot of opportunity opening up that don't have a lot of names, and it's like Braum's name. What do we want to do? We want to beat the good teams, and we want to put up points. We want to be fun, and we want a dog here. Yeah.
Oh, and develop quarterbacks.
Oh, and ex-quarterback, and his brother's quarterback, and I think his father's a quarterback, and his father's quarterback. It's like he is probably quickly to a lot of places, especially after what he did Friday night.
Yeah, I would assume so. And I've seen more and more. A lot of people are really trying to connect, like actually Elko to Penn State makes a lot of sense. Like that seems weird.
From Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey guy, Northeast ties, but like with how
A&M paid what, $70 million?
That's what I mean. If A&M wants to keep him, they can keep him. So like that is very interesting because even like the rule stuff now that has cooled off a little bit after he got PJ Fleck on Friday night.
Yeah, PJ Fleck will get somebody.
Yes, he will.
Hey, golf.
Yeah, man.
PJ Fleck is a round of golf. There's going to be a couple good shots. They're going to be like, yep, this guy's got it.
Yep.
But will he ever at Minnesota be able to?
No, but that was the row the boat game. You knew it was coming.
Wonder if he's a guy.
Is PJ a candidate to get bumped up to one of these big gigs or bigger?
Definitely.
Hey, we can golf a lot better. You give me better clubs.
Better clubs.
Better
Bring a lot
club,
of
better
juice, you know
course.
that.
Hitting these wooden irons.
A little bit more opportunity here. Maybe we'll be able to do that. He obviously loves Minnesota. I mentioned John Gruden's name on game day. It's like, hey, who's Penn State's next head coach? I mean, why not John Gruden? Just let him get out there. Well, do they want somebody that's that old? It's like, you think Gruden feels old when he's talking about ball?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Signetti was 60 what?
Yeah.
He did what he's
Same
doing
age.
right now?
They're the same age.
Gruden's same age as him?
62.
Gruden also has ties back to the Hoosiers and his dad, obviously.
Offensive guy, can play exciting football, exciting brand of football and offense especially. Yeah, Gruden has it all.
And a bit of a dog.
Yeah.
A bit of a dog and energy and everything like that. Should not email. Talked about that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Should not email, should not email. All right, let's talk a little bit of NFL. Thank you to college ball, though.
Oh, yeah. Delivered.
Thank you, college. It's been outstanding. And congrats to Arizona State. Dillingham's name is probably on a lot of people's lists as well.
Yes, definitely.
Congrats to Arizona State getting a massive win over Texas Tech. We on the set all picked Texas Tech. I didn't love it at the time. I wish I would have known that going in. Would have picked the opposite because I think this was kind of a coin toss type game, to be honest. And the fact that we all went with Texas Tech was very rude to you Arizona State folks. Now, this comes fresh off of Dillingham's accountability speech we heard last week. And obviously everything they got going on over there. We should have gave them a little bit more love. I am Arizona State fan. I would love to light up the valley. Okay, I love the state of Arizona. My wife and I probably going to end up living out there someday. So anything out there doing well, I am a fan of. But he's a guy whose name is probably
Definitely.
Texas Tech. Tough loss there.
Yeah. What about Matt Patricia? Like we've seen him sit in the pocket both in the studio and when he's, the head coach of a organization when he was with Detroit. And like, his message gets through to college players. Like, this is the best a defense has ever played, like, consistently in the history of college football.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. He's got great weapons on that defense. Yeah. Would Matt Patricia be able to get to a spot and recruit all the best players? I don't know.
Colleges want to hire defensive guys, though, as well. We know in the NFL they're kind of biased towards hiring offensive guys.
Matt Patricia's name is definitely going to be interviewed.
Does recruiting even matter as much when the money is the only thing that really matters now?
Interesting.
Oh, you still got to keep them.
Well,
why Nick Saban retire? Because they didn't have to anymore. It was only about the money.
I don't think. Yeah,
that's what he. That's what he
but I don't
said
think they had the money though. There's only certain places that have I'm not saying Alabama doesn't have a good amount of money. But I think Saban said that he didn't appreciate the fact that every offseason it was about a renegotiation and everything like that. But I also don't think they had just like the means to be able to say any dollar amount that you want.
Like Penn State.
Bingo.
It's
so
more like legacy and you're getting drafted. You're going to be playing for a national championship. All those different things. But like you said, now that is why he left because guys coming in, hey, new money, more money. Miss Terry said the same thing. But yeah, You still got to be a good recruiter. 'Cause shit, you got to recruit your own guys every.
Miss Terry said this. She hasn't seen a number yet.
Yep.
She hasn't seen a number yet. I'm excited to see what that is.
Somebody present one.
Somebody just go ahead and put one down.
Yeah.
Saban's. This is the house you could live in. Okay. Here's I don't know what you need. A pool, spa, whatever. Here's that you have, and here's how much you can get every single year. And Nick Saban, I kind of like what I'm doing right now, man. Kind of liking what I'm doing. He's got to enjoy his life.
Oh, my God, yes.
Golfs a couple times a week, speaks a couple times, still goes into the office, watches film, wakes up on Saturday morning, not the entire weight of the world on your shoulders that if you win, it's going to be okay. And if you lose, fire this guy. This guy's old. I think he's at a point where he's pretty happy. And Miss Terry, she's been coming to a couple game days. Kids been stopped. I mean, everybody seems to be really enjoying this phase of life. But anytime there is anything that is needed anywhere, it's like, Saban will run it. Saban will throw his ass right back into a 90-hour-a-week job. Boom, away from his entire family. And that's what he's earned, obviously, but I don't know if any of it is ever in reality.
I just want to tell Nick, he's doing great. Love him on game day. Okay, there's a couple other coaches.
Love him on game day.
There's a couple other coaches decided to come back at 73 years old, not going great, so just stay at game day. But put a bow on this. There's a potential. It's not just Florida and Penn State. Auburn potentially open up at some point this season. Florida State maybe after the season. There's gonna be a lot.
Arkansas's already open.
Yeah, Arkansas is already open. There's a lot of
Wisconsin.
Where are all these coaches coming from?
They're behind.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll come somewhere. I love that Saban gets to go around and kind of get his flowers too. Everywhere, all the different campuses. And shit, he has his coaching tree is so extensive that he gets to now go and see, catch up with a Kirby Smart or Lane Kiffin, and now he gets to see these guys every week. Like, that's got to be a crazy kind of full circle moment for him.
Yeah, he's earned it. They're awesome.
For sure.
Every day around him's awesome. Talking shit to him, awesome. Him in the middle of something, awesome. Him hating something, awesome. Everything about him is awesome. Like he holds my chair, whenever I get going up there.
Yeah.
And the game day social folks, like, everybody needs a friend like Nick Saban or something. It's like, yeah. If you could get a friend like Nick Saban, you should definitely do that. If you can get somebody, obviously he holds chair, incredible.
Yeah, he's great at it.
That is what he does. But just reading that caption, I'm like, yeah, get a Nick Saban if you can. One of the greatest leaders, let alone like mentorship, leaders, guiding, mindset, every time he speaks with that, you just try to listen to the words that are coming out. Like, you're only going to get better as a human. We're lucky for it. Okay, let's talk a little bit of NFL. AJ went through our first 15. It took 45 minutes. The number 5 was some bucking mile-high magic. It looked like that game was over for the Denver Broncos, and then they come storming back on DT Day. They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. They had 33 seconds left on their final drive. It was a 33-yard extra point that was missed. Obviously, there's a lot of wild symbolism going on out there in Denver, Colorado. But Bo Nix, Sean Payton get a huge comeback win, and Giants fans are going, yeah, you should have won, but this kind of sucks. Would be cool to win. Brian Burns walking off the field in the tunnel actually showcased his emotions a bit. That was caught on camera, where he was questioning a lot of things going on alongside Russell Wilson. Want to make sure his jersey was tucked in just in case somebody gets this on film. Okay, this is obviously going to get on film. He said dropping 8, not happy about that. What are your thoughts on this game? We should be up on the Broncos, up on the Giants, or what's your takeaway?
Honestly, I think you should be up on both of them. The Giants, they definitely thought they were going to win that thing at the end after they, The Broncos, what do you call it? Sleepwalk. They were sleepwalking for 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters almost, and then they found a way offensively, especially. I feel like, I don't know. I think when you want to be a great team, you got to win in many different ways. I think the Giants, first off, they're a legit team. I think they're obviously what Jackson, Dart, and Scatterboo have injected into this offense is huge for the whole organization. But I think their defense is legit. They know how to fight. This is a game the Giants probably should have won. Obviously, I think Dable might lose his mind watching him walk out to the handshake. That dude was not happy at all. He thought they had this game, and this was a tough situation here.
I think teams that were in their position now at this moment sit 2 and 3,600 and something. Or something like that. I forget what it is. The only other win is the Indianapolis Colts on Monday Night Football against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 and 3,677 in this situation.
That's a lot.
Congrats to the Broncos. Those are tall odds.
Yeah, they are.
Those are tall odds. They make it happen. Number 4 headline was, man, there's MVPs all over the league, dude. Seriously, it seems like every team that wins. I mean, we can put Bo Nix in there if we want to, if he ends up going on a run the rest of the time. They're 5-2 right now. Who knows what they end up at? Any of these teams end up with a really good record. They're going to be on prime time. They're going to be in big games. And if they perform well there, that's how you win. Bang, MVPs. Every single week, we have these massive kind of groups of potential MVPs on the, boom. Look at it. This is just from winning teams. This is just from the winning teams. And there's still 4 teams that are to play. So many good football players around the league right now, AJ.
I mean, talk about Dak. I know we've talked about the Cowboys, and people love to talk about Dak. Just continues to roll and looks so comfortable. He got his helmet ripped off at one point in this game. He doesn't care. He pops right back up. The Cowboys are fun to watch. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but Oda Eberflus, he was showing some emotion on the sideline. He was jacked up when the Cowboys defense made a few big stops later in this game. So I don't know. Maybe the Cowboys have found something. We know offensively they've definitely found something. They're on the roll, but maybe their defense can find a way to shore up some of this. I know the Commanders were a bit, they were missing a few key players, but still, credit to the Cowboys. It's a big win.
And what Maka has been able to do down the stretch for the Green Bay Packers team. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys don't have that. Highest QBR in a season history of metric, which is since 2006. 2007, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Drew Brees, and currently Dak Prescott. So I assume MVPs throughout all of those. That is what Dak Prescott is playing like right now. But if they can't win the playoffs, nobody will care.
Yep, he's in that conversation.
That is exactly what people will say.
Sucks that their defense sucks.
Yeah, but there's maybe Eberflus getting jacked up. He might have the boys on their side.
Pick six yesterday.
Might have the boys on his side. I'll tell you what, that can happen, right? I mean, boys can find something in the middle of a season.
Yeah, and without a doubt, Eberflus, I know people are down on him. He's a good defensive mind. He's a good defensive coach. Can you buy in? He is playing. He was leading the league in zone coverage, and you have a bunch of man-to-man guys on the roster, so that's tough to do. He did play more man-to-man in this game, but like AJ mentioned, Washington was down. I believe their top two receivers with Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel being out. But, yeah, you got players in that building that are talented. You got talented coaches. They can definitely figure it out, especially when you have an offense that can go out there and put up 35, 38 points any given Sunday.
Well, and it's the first time he's had a running game. Like every year for the past 3 years, it's been like, hey, they can't run the football. And Javonte Williams is kind of the guy that got kicked out of Denver after having, a pretty solid start to his career. He's come in and he's been unbelievable. And also credit to Shoddy. Like we're talking about Eberflus. Shoddy sat in the pocket throughout this entire Micah situation, throughout all of the Jerry Jones stuff, throughout everything. And somehow they're 3-1 and they are in prime position for, some sort of run going forward.
Brandon Aubrey probably wins that kickoff if they have it in that overtime. They should be 4-3. That one shouldn't be there if they go the overtime kickoff. Him hitting from 61 as if it's just a cakewalk, this dude's outrageous, bro.
That's a record, right?
How he kicks it. It's like his stroke is so effortless. What is that?
Sebastian Janikowski, called me yesterday. I didn't answer it. Left me a voice memo. He mentioned something along the lines with an incredible Polish accent about, fuck, maybe I come back. These balls, with the way the balls are, Sebastian's like, hey, Lane Kiffin sent me out there for a 70-some yarder whenever I was with him. If I was able to bring in my own ball from practice that just had to get cleared, I mean, it's possible. That is kind of the view right now. It's like, I think everybody's very happy for these kickers and punters, but it's also like we're about to see some real high-level stuff. And I thought Janikowski's like, let me... Still got it, I think.
He's probably still in shape.
He's definitely in Janikowski's shape.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be like that forever. Probably could still boom balls, but it's like Aubrey hitting from 70, I don't think is really out of the woodwork, and I think a lot of people have talked to him. He's not the only one. I think there's other guys that probably do that.
And they play at Denver this week. So I saw a lot of people saying, like, hey, just, throw him a bone. Let him attempt 70+. Let him set the record. We'll see, what the case might actually be, because if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him.
Didn't your new kicker?
Yeah, he had 61 yards. Yeah, Lucas Haversick.
Knew that was happening too.
Yeah, and this guy out of nowhere is low-key kind of saved the season because that game was over, and then, he hits a 61-yarder before half when it was like, oh boy, this thing, and new Packers record. So he was going to be a substitute teacher a couple weeks ago, and he's been absolutely massive the last 2 weeks.
I love it. 66 is the NFL's record, and Haversick goes from how do I say that?
Mr.
to hitting a 61-yarder against the Cardinals in a massive moment before halftime. That game was ugly, dude.
So ugly.
Delay the planes. That's why. Bury the ball. Take the win and keep it moving, AJ. That's what you need to do if you're the Packers.
Yeah, that does suck when you hear this happens to these guys. But yeah, I mean, they found a way to win. If they would have lost this game, then we would be saying something else. This is a game you have to find a way to win, and they did. But Jordan Love, though, I give him some credit. He took a big shot from Budda Baker. Like he got back up and kept fighting, and ultimately found a way to get a win. I give him credit.
Maybe find a new plane company. From our experience, it is quite a life change.
Or a bigger runway.
Yeah, bigger runway.
Yeah.
Put cement on. Maybe get a new plane company. Gumpy and I hopped in a new plane this weekend.
What happened? What? Like a hot tub in there or what?
Maybe. Hold on. That might be.
Well have been.
Yeah, it might be the next. That might be
That's
happening
awesome.
next week. That might be happening next week. There's really levels to all this shit. Packers need to get better travel, okay?
Yeah.
Them getting to Brazil was a problem. Getting to Arizona is a problem.
Can't happen.
Figure it out, dude. Figure it out over there. Los Angeles, they didn't figure out how to get to London. They said, we're going to hang out in Baltimore. We're going to do a little, like a baseball thing. Everybody's going to have fun. We're going to run sprints. We're going to steal home runs. We're going to throw pitches off the mound. We're going to be down in the dugout. We're all going to chew and spit, maybe take a couple hacks at this thing. And then we're going to fly over to London later than everybody else because we're just going to treat it like a normal week for us. We're used to traveling a good way because we're the Los Angeles Rams. And then we're going to score all over the place all morning, and all of us are going to sue our way through a London blowout of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I love this team, AJ. I love that they're on a pseudo primetime, too, at 9:30 a.m.
How can you not love this team? I believe they had 7 sacks against the Jags, and the Jags had some 13, 14 penalties as well. That's not really an equation to win. But yeah, Matthew Stafford's still doing it unbelievable. I know you said he looks 32, 31. Yeah, I would agree. The guy is awesome. And without Puka too, how do you still find a way and make little adjustments? That's why McVay is so good, man. He knows how to scheme teams up. He knows even if he's losing his superstar, one of his superstars, he'll still figure it out.
D-Butt, now the question is, Devontae obviously making magic. He's got to be so happy. I mean, one hand snag there, a little bit of fade ball there. Let's go to the other side, Jacksonville Jaguars, seeing everybody get mad about what's going on with Travis Hunter. Scores a touchdown, obviously, and we know he's majoring in one side and trying to develop a major in the other side as well. Is it too much? Is it not enough? Him with the ball in his hands, obviously electrifying. What are your thoughts on what's going on with Travis Hunter and the Jacksonville Jaguars? It's getting loud on here.
Of course it is. And it's a tough spot to be in as an organization to manage something that no one has had to manage to this point. And he is phenomenal. And I get it. If I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, I would never want him to come off the field. You see the PBU he had on Devontae. You see him getting his first touchdown here. And then you see also him and Trevor Lawrence still quite not being on the same page, which is weird because we're going into week 8 now and he's been playing majority offense, it seems. So you would think coming into this game with Devontae Adams just being kind of like that one premier weapon, you wouldn't have to use him on defense a ton. But when you lose games and the shit that AJ mentioned, 13 penalties, all of the self-inflicted negatives that this team has, forget what you're doing with Travis Hunter. You got to figure out that stuff and not beat yourself. But, yeah, I understand why fans or even just a fan of the NFL, you want to see Travis Hunter on the field all the time. I'm in the same boat.
Well, Stoner told us the boundaries of football are about to be tested.
He did.
We're looking for it. Maybe on a terrible London field wasn't the right time. We'll see going forward. That 9:30 game felt different than a couple weeks back.
Yeah, it did.
What was the big difference?
Different pitch
for you.
It was a different pitch, different country, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, a little gloomier.
First one at
no
Wembley,
sun out.
too, I believe.
Yeah, I know it was different for me.
The teams that were playing? Oh, no. You're going to say it was London and it wasn't as many people traveling from America like the
True.
Yeah, war times.
Was there any McQuaid stats about this week, lad?
The big McQuaid stat was, lads, you'll never believe. We actually ran the Peter Schrager version, but, they went over on Saturday. Can you believe that, lads?
What's that?
The Rams went over on Saturday. It's the latest any team has obviously ever went over to an NFL game overseas, lads. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be moving forward. Teams may be showing up 2-3 hours before kickoff.
He's concerned about it.
They may just be landing, just saying, you know what?
Like a middle school game.
Well, that's the thing. Well, the Jaguars were there since Tuesday, lads.
They got no media.
So it's,
McQuaid got no media access to the Rams.
Yeah, exactly.
He's very concerned this is going to be a thing.
In and out, like 2 ships passing in the night, lads.
Oh, they're a little bit worried over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, because what if this is the key to success? Because now future teams, because there's always a battle. There's always a battle.
Yeah.
Strength coach, body person, expert is giving one take. Football coach is saying, I want to change my routine.
Yeah.
Why can't we do this? And then the strength coach goes, well, your body actually, whenever it has to recover to the flight and the time, that's why we're going to do calisthenics in there. Like we're Russell Wilson, we got to make sure we get this amount of sleep.
Yep.
We're going to shut all the blinds on the way over there so that whenever we wake up, it's actually right in time with their time. And then all of a sudden we have a normal game as opposed to it. Then you hear some other body gurus go, we're acting like it's our time whenever we go over there. We're going to try to treat this as similar as possible. We'll just act as if it's a 9:30 game. We'll start doing some 9:30 games here whenever we're in America. Then we fly over there. We'll stay on a standard routine. And now every single football coach is going to be able to say these body gurus, Rams whatever on Saturday, I want to hear shit.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Thank you. They play better than everybody. That's what they're going to say, AJ.
I know. Who was it? Was it the Steelers? Who wasn't able to go later? They wanted to do the NFL.
we wanted to
stop
go.
it.
Steelers wanted to go earlier.
That's right. My bad. Yeah, so you can go as late as you want. You can go as late as you want, but you can't go as early as you want.
Yes, it sounds like. Although the Jags and also the Vikings lived over there for a little bit. So how does that work?
I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it?
Feels like we're just flying by the seat of our pants over at that office, aren't we?
Yeah, but if you're the Rams, you're flying by the seat of your pants very late. Yeah. You're flying your ass right back out of there first because if you win, you get first flights out. You know, that's kind of like a...
they got a long flight back.
It's kind of like a long... Just like Denver Broncos,
Yes,
though.
they did.
Broncos go back. They're kind of shite offensively for 3.5 quarters. Then they come alive after the London trip, get a big-time win. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who might have a couple takes on some things. He's also calling a game tonight.
Ooh. Oh.
Different commentators in the morning. Also, Sundays.
Yeah, that's why it was.
So Greg Olsen was week one. No, Rich and Kirk, obviously,
That's just me.
are our normal international commentators. They've been in there for the last 2 weeks. Greg Olsen was week one, I believe, of international play. Greg Olsen, not Rich and Kurt, obviously, we wake up with them for international games a lot. We appreciate them and their service and how they call games and what they've done for the NFL. Greg Olsen is a delight.
I'd like him to do more games. I don't know how it's possible, but I'd like him to do at least maybe like 3 games a week.
Lads.
Lads.
Why don't we get 2 lads from London to
That'd
call
be
the game?
all time.
Well, what about the 2 Irish fellas that came into the...
What?
You get Jamie Carragher.
That were at Alabama.
Did you see this?
Yeah, Derek Carragher and Connell Diggin, I believe.
They went down there, and did you see their rental? It was a Ram 1500.
Yes, I did. Yep.
They said the largest truck they've ever seen was our rental, and then they go right to our Ram 1500, and then that was their rental.
The weather, too. There's been a cloud in the skies. Lads. This is unbelievable. There's no rain. There's no clouds. It's always sunny.
They had a good time.
They did.
So maybe the Irish lads do the commentating, or Rich and Kirk continue to do it, but we do need more Olsen in there.
Yes.
And what we've learned is we need more Orlovsky.
Yeah.
We thought in the morning, not enough, in the afternoon, not enough.
Nope.
Let's put his ass in prime time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's an Orlovsky night, and we thank our football heavens for that. God bless this man. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
Thank God, dude. Thank God you're on the call tonight. Jesus.
Okay.
We gather here today to say thank you to the Lord for blessing our ears with Dan Orlovsky on a call tonight. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we say his prayer.
Amen.
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 Amen, Dan. How do you feel about tonight? Feel like you're going to have your fastball out there in Seattle? Is that what we're thinking? You've dug in deep to the narratives of this game and the players. How do you feel tonight's game's going to go between the Texans and the Seahawks?
Yeah, tonight, heavyweight fight, championship defenses.
God bless them already. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you. All right, anyways, I'm sorry.
Heavyweight fight. I'm telling you, Seattle's got a Super Bowl contending football team. I think they got the defensive player of the year right now, and Leonard Williams. I don't think there's a better defensive player, more impactful defensive player right now, specifically on the inside of football. So this is a defense with Mike McDonald. I mean, dude, DeMarcus Lawrence right now is playing unbelievable football. Jaron Reed's playing great. Byron Murphy's playing great. Maffei's playing great. Nick Eamon-Wari, their rookie out of South Carolina, is going to play. Just his size reminds people of Cam Chancellor and Kyle Hamilton. I'm not saying he's that type of player yet, but this is a defense right now that is just absolutely off the charts. And it's an offense that's the best big play offense in the league right now. Sam and JSN, they just hunt big time throws down the field. It's one of my favorite offenses in the league right now schematically. Clint Kubiak, their offensive coordinator's son of Gary Kubiak, who was one of the founders of kind of getting the Texans really solidified as a big time NFL organization, took them to the first playoffs. Their 2 tight ends are awesome players. So I love their offense schematically. And,
awesome.
I think it's a Super Bowl caliber football team. I absolutely do. And then Houston's got the best defense or the best unit in football no one talks about. Will Anderson is destroying people on a consistent basis. I mean, he's old school defensive lineman. We asked him last night, what do you like better, sacking the quarterback or splitting an offensive lineman in the run game? And he leaned back and was hands over his face, didn't know how to say. He said, I get joy in doing both. And so, this is a defense right now that is speed and physical and violent, and Stingley's ridiculous. And so, can their offense and offensive line specifically play better, more consistent in Houston? But this is a heavyweight fight tonight.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Dano, in this heavyweight fight, how do you expect C.J. Stroud to play? I guess what have you seen early on this season in his play, and maybe at times when it hasn't been up to the standard that he kind of set early on in his career?
Yeah, I think The question about Houston and really when will CJ or can he get back to that 2023 form and production is really attached to three things. One, can the offensive line play better? This offensive line has been bad through the first 3 weeks of the year, game wise. Their last two have been better, but they've been beat one-on-one. They've been schematically overwhelmed. They've been poor picking up pressure. So can the offensive line just build some continuity? They got a young left tackle starting a rookie. I wouldn't single block him one time tonight. So they got to play better. I think the second thing is with this new offensive coordinator, Nick Caley, has a history with the Patriots and the Rams. I think their big thing is trying to find diversity on their early downs to create plays down the field for Nico Collins like this. Like trying to not stress this offensive line so much in obvious passing situations. And then they're young receivers. You're seeing a clip of a Jalen Noel, who's a rookie from Iowa State. They got a Jaden Higgins from Iowa State. So, in 2023, he had Nico Collins, he had Tank Dell, he had Steph Diggs. Now it's, Nico, who's an established veteran, and then some young pieces. So I think he'll play. I'd say this, AJ, if they have early down success, CJ's got a chance to play well versus a great defense. If they struggle on early downs, it's going to be a long night for him in this offense.
Look out, CJ. And let's go to the other side of the ball, guy who's obviously had quite a resurgence over the last couple of years. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Dan, obviously hindsight is 2020, but is it safe to say at this point that the Vikings made a massive mistake in letting Sam Darnold walk? I don't know what some people I think maybe thought last year was an aberration and he wasn't really going to be able to do the same thing, but you just mentioned it, they're a Super Bowl contender and he looks unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing at a high level. Mistake when it comes to Minnesota. Once they took JJ, you kind of knew that was going to be the eventual and inevitable step. I'll tell you this: when you talk to Sam, you just have such an appreciation for how far he's come in his own journey. And the biggest thing we were talking to him, Ty, was like, how did you not get broken? Like, how did you not get broken from the failures in New York and the struggles, and then you go to Carolina and you stink and all that stuff. And he said, he gave a ton of credit to his father. He's like, my dad has always just taught me just to try to get better day by day. And he was like, I just was focused on that. But the two people that I was really surprised that he mentioned, and he mentioned a lot of people, but he emphasized Ben McAdoo as a guy, as a coach. If you remember the Giants coach, dude, he could not have sung his praises more of like, dude, that guy transformed my football career and my life when it comes to the biggest thing was like him harping on his feet, like harping. And Sam calls it clicking through progressions. And then he said, getting the opportunity to go to San Francisco and play behind Brock Purdy. And he was like, I watched Brock Purdy play, and watching Brock Purdy play made him such a better player because the same thing, like how good Brock is with his feet. And he's playing awesome, man. He's super confident. JSN and Cooper Kupp have been tremendous for him, but he's playing the best football of his career.
Okay, I can't wait to watch and listen to you on the call tonight. I think you do a great job, so we can't wait for that. Safe travels to wherever you're headed after the Seattle game tonight to be immediately on television. You just mentioned Brock Purdy right there for Sam Darnold, watching him kind of go through his thing. You think Mac Jones learned from Brock Purdy as well? And what are your thoughts on the 4-1 Mac Jones-led San Francisco 49ers situation?
There's no question he learned from Brock Purdy and getting the opportunity to play. But I think they also had a similar playing style. When it comes to they're very anticipatory type of players. They want to be ball distributors. They want to play the point guard thing. I think the couple of things that stand out from last night's game from an offensive perspective for San Francisco. You guys remember when they cut Juszczyk in the offseason and there was like a little bit of limbo. Is he going to go back or not? Good God, I bet you they're grateful he's still there because he just does so much for their football team. McCaffrey is, very much so in the MVP conversation. His touches right now, I remember when they were dealing 4 weeks ago with all their injuries, like, can they give him the ball that much? He's doing it all. I hope you guys play the clip of his long completion at the end of the game because the way that he's maybe one of two players in the league. This one, he's lined up as like a slot receiver. He's running a seam down the field. Like he's got the depth of a running back, the width of a slot receiver. He fakes like he's going to run almost like an out route. And the seam. I mean, there's just not a lot of people that can do that. He chases the safety, just an unbelievable play. To be able to like pull that play from McCaffrey is remarkable. And then I'd say this, dude, Robert Saleh's got to get a lot of love. This defense punted last night against Atlanta and a good offense. They chased the football so much. And so, incredible coaching job in San Francisco right now by Kyle and the fellas.
It's a hunting season, isn't it? It certainly is.
Yeah.
And the Niners look like they're incredible. They look like they're all the way back to being the best versions of themselves. Once George Kittle starts opening up through the sky, that's only going to get even better for whatever quarterback is playing for them. And now let's talk about a quarterback who's playing like the best version of himself. And boy, is it great to see. I think we saw this version a couple years back, now maybe even in a bigger form.
Yeah, once 15 and Red gets home, everybody gets to kind of shaking in their boots. What's going on? What are you seeing with Patrick Mahomes in this offense? I feel like he's been great all year, but we just saw yesterday with him having his weapons, having Hollywood, Rashee Rice been back in the building, Worthy, all those guys been on the field for the first time at the same time. What are you seeing with this offense, and what do you expect going forward?
Conviction and trust. And those are two words that Patrick and Andy Reid and Matt Nagy just did not have a lot of last year, rightfully so. The conviction to believe in, one, protection, and two, the people around them. You see the ball distribution. I think they had like 9 or 10 dudes catch passes. And but for me, it's if you just watch the creative design of the plays, that tells me Andy Reid and Matt Nagy trust those people on the field, because we weren't seeing it over the last year. Up until like 3 weeks ago, it has started, and they're back to some of the motion stuff. They're back to creating some of the one-on-ones for perimeter players. If you see yesterday how they would take on a consistent basis, Kelsey on one side of the ball, Rashee Rice on the other side of the ball, and you notice like it balances their formation. Then what are you going to run? You're going to run zone. You're going to run man. I'll start with Travis and then work opposite. And just we're seeing more plays where Patrick is, not leaving the pocket too soon, but they're just giving him the opportunity to say, hey, does the initial read hit? Great, get it out of your hands. And if not, Patrick, go make some special plays. And it's not out of a running for your life necessity. It's out of I have time to maneuver a little bit. That's a big difference than last year. And so I probably undervalued the impact of Worthy and Rice on their offense. Having those two guys back, man, trust and conviction from everybody in that offense.
Rashee Rice, last 17 games, including playoffs, equivalent of one full season, 106 catches on 139 targets, 2 drops.
Jeez.
1,169 yards, 61 first downs, 9 touchdowns, and they were force-feeding him, too. It was very much like, welcome back.
Balances their offense.
Yeah, they're very much like, welcome back. It is great to have you. And who knows what they do before trade deadline, too. You never know with this Kansas City Chiefs team. And as soon as they showed a glimpse of being great again, the sports books just go, yep, they're the favorites, and he's the favorite, even though nobody else was seeing it at the time. Let's talk about another team, the reigning Super Bowl champs. They might be in their best form. Jalen Hurts threw 3 touchdowns yesterday. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Dano, we were all shocked when the Eagles were throwing the ball to A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and it was working. What did they do to kind of unlock this, or not even unlock it, but kind of bring it back to everyone's forefront? Because there was about, 2 quarters of this game where I thought, oh, wow, watching the Eagles sucks now. But then you remember how many studs they have on their team. What was the difference you saw from them on Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. The first touchdown to A.J. Brown is just kind of like backyard football. That ball right there that he throws to Devontae. So this one to A.J., I think this is decently subpar defense. They don't rush that well. A.J. is matched up really on a safety. This is the big one, though, to Devontae. Number 1, 6 offensive linemen. Number 2, he's underneath the center. Number 3, play action. They haven't done any of that this year. And so it leads to a huge play. A.J.'s in the backside running the in. Everybody's attention is pointed to him, and he has that beautiful post touchdown to Devontae Smith, but they did more of that. I think you saw Jalen be really good when it came to plus plays, like breaking outside of the pocket and getting into scramble mode. Dude, you know what's my favorite part of this? Another under center, 6 offensive linemen, play action. No, throw the ball in the middle field. You don't say. So but this doesn't have to be necessarily who they are, like on a consistent basis. But 3, 4, 5 times a game, look how wide open these dudes are. So that has to be a little bit. You want to know what my favorite part of the game is, though? This is one of the best throws I've ever seen Jalen Hurts throw. Like that ball is out of his hands so early. So guys, you're showing that play. My favorite part is Jalen Hurts 100% lies about that final completion to A.J. Brown. So on second down, follow me through here. Second down. All right. AJ's by himself again to his left, right before that last completion. Minnesota runs their all-out pressure. AJ runs the slant. It's a little behind in completion. Okay. Philadelphia calls timeout the very next moment. They get into a relatively same formation. Minnesota's lined up. Here comes all out pressure. You see Jalen Hurts point to the left a little bit before this ball gets snapped, if you guys can rewind it. But if not, he points to his left to AJ saying like, hey, if that guy blitzes, you're my quote unquote hot route. And the corner D-butt is watching Jalen Hurts do that. He totally lies. Like, you can see the corner.
Oh, he played him.
It's a former teammate,
bro,
too, Cesare Rogers.
Yes, 100%. And Jalen's like, hey, if he pressures, you got to give me the slant. And they run the slug gun. The reason I know that Jalen's not pointing in reality is the whole offensive line slides to the left. If he was sliding the whole offensive line to the left, he ain't telling him he's hot off anybody to his left. And so that to me goes back to what Jalen grew in last year, was like owning the line of scrimmage, situationally being perfect. That gives me juice to my veins to know that that's the style of the ball.
We didn't know where the juice was headed, but we know your blood is flowing over there, brother. And you should get excited for things like that.
Man.
I like to see Jalen Hurts playing a little chess. Hey, yeah, we're doing this. Yup, sluggo, slant, go. See you later. Isaiah's been having a hell of a season for that Minnesota Vikings team as well. Congrats to the Eagles. Congrats to Dano. We'll hear him tonight. And congrats to those of you that enjoy watching us on TV and then get sick of us, because we're done here. We'll continue digitally. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a
Those
friend.
people don't exist.
They do, Dan. Goodbye. Yeah, and okay, we're still live, Dan. We're still live.
Okay, sorry.
I know it's 10:57 your time.
Early.
10:57, yeah.
Wow.
Got your workout in already?
What time is it here? Eastern.
2, almost 2.
Okay.
There you go.
No workout in yet, but no workout in yet. I had to get the tape watched this morning, bub.
Oh, no sweat
I'll
yet.
get the workout in though.
I can kind of tell, can't we? You can't tell you had no sweat.
A little bit.
Yeah, kind of off.
A little edgy. A little edgy.
Yeah, but then he lost it there with the Jalen put. I mean, that was a good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so fun to find stuff like that.
It is. Hey, that's why it's Dano season. You should change that shirt. Dano season.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Because it is Dano season. Dad season's cool too. Lucky to be a part of it. I believe that's Big Richard, Nick Foles' thing.
Oh, it is.
I believe.
Nick Foles and Pat O'Donnell.
Former punter, Pat O'Donnell. Dad season stuff. So I appreciate you showing them love. But we need a Dano season. Because we're in the middle of it right now.
We are.
And now we even get prime time Dano now this year more than ever, calling it a Monday Night Football game. And you know the thing we like about Dano? He'll give you a take.
Oh, yeah.
He'll give you a take. On that note, Diggs has the last question for you, Dano.
Yeah, Dan, I do. A lot of people thought it couldn't get any worse in Miami, and then they played football on Sunday. And things were not well. It was windy, it was wet, and that is just not the Miami Dolphins atmosphere. And Tua threw 3 interceptions. Is there any coming back for this Miami Dolphins team, and Tua more specifically?
I don't think there's any way to come back this team-wise. I mean, that tape was tough to watch. It's tough to defend, man. It's tough to sit there and try to, defend or find positives. I mean, the ball's going through guys' hands, getting picked off. There's 5, 6, 7 snaps that are all over the place. There's receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page. There's blown assignments galore. It looks very similar to the Week 1 game against Indianapolis. Defensively, there's moments when guys aren't tackling properly. I mean, it's a tough watch, and it's a tough tape that you're sitting there and try to defend. Is they're coming back for Tua? So that's a tough pick, man.
Jeez.
I mean,
These
everyone knows I'm a fan
Muppets,
of
man.
Tua.
The Hurricanes, then this, then Liverpool.
Here's the thing with Tua, though. Tua does need to be in a very specific scheme. Now, when he's in it, he's off the charts. When it's clicking, he's top 5. And he's one of those guys that is very unique with the scheme that he can and needs to run. But he's a very scheme-centric quarterback. And so I still believe that he's a very good player. I'd also say this, and listen, their roster's devoid of talent, man.
Really?
It is devoid of talent.
They traded all their Pro Bowlers.
We could sit here and yell at the coach or the quarterback all we want.
$212 million.
I thought that was a good idea. You trade all your Pro Bowlers. I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, we paid Judon $6 million, and he was a healthy scratch. We paid Zach Wilson $6 million. He was a healthy scratch yesterday. So Chris Greer's got it all under
Waller,
control.
though.
Waller was good.
Top play. About to put.
We'll never forget that.
I like Darren Waller. I'd like him to come to the Colts.
I love Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, Tyler Warren.
Oh, man.
No, you don't want to take the Cardinals away from Tyler Warren.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'm cool with us just taking everybody else off. Nope, we need Pittman. Obviously, need to keep Pittman doing his thing. Pierce making some tough catches.
So many weapons. Downs is unbelievable.
Jonathan Taylor.
Dude, that Colts team.
Go on.
They are schematically as well coached as anybody in the NFL on both sides. Dude, the stuff that Lou Anarumo is doing defensively, D-Butt, is insane. Some of the pressure package. Sometimes I watch their tape, I'm like, I have no idea what this defense is.
And Nick Cross, too, number 20, he's going to get home.
He went off.
He is going to get home. He has a lot of blitzes for us. He has a lot of pressure for us. He does
leading
great
tackler
on our defense. Yeah, he is
interception
all over the place. Bynum, obviously, spectacular. Kenny Moe's back for first time, long time. That's a huge play. I mean, in the red zone, getting that type of turnover is gigantic.
But, I think they went, 3-man rush with the spy. They doubled Ladd. They doubled Keenan, I want to say. It was pretty exotic, the stuff that they do. Look they're doubling, they're cutting, they're replacing, it's 3-man with the spy. Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah, we do what we do. I mean, this is what we've been saying this whole season. Thank you and welcome to the fucking show, pal. AJ, Lou Anarumo's defense perfect for Indianapolis. Been saying it since the offseason.
Yeah, we have. Dana, why'd the Bengals get rid of Lou Anarumo if we see what he can do here with this Colts defense?
Look at that's Grover Stewart's pick. Look at everybody on the field, Dano. Look at everybody celebrating this pick. It's second quarter.
That's not a penalty, right? I was worried they're going to call this a penalty in real time.
The offense coming on the field. Defense going, there's a lot of bodies.
There's like 50 dudes out there. It was amazing.
Well, 53, actually. That's everybody we got. It's a team thing. Go ahead, Dano. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, no, I love that you're pointing that out about the team because obviously some of the stuff I had heard you kind of reference about the past. Dude, you know the league, man. It's a bad defense, or bad unit. Someone's got to take the fall, and so I can't imagine that Cincinnati was looking forward to firing Lou Anarumo, but they were terrible. Erased a historic quarterback performance by Burrow. So my guess is that someone had to.
Schrags. Wow, what a crew there. Schrags.
Yeah.
He loved Miami preseason.
So that's why. But I'm telling you, man, I think that the moves that stand out, looking at Indy on a consistent basis, they could beat anybody. Anybody that's going to tell me the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, that you haven't watched Indy. Indy can run it. They can throw it. They can stop the run. They can cover. They did all this without Ward yesterday. If you think about the 3 moves that Chris Ballard and Indy made this offseason, 1, they drafted that cat. Tyler Warren, this play design is sick, by the way. I haven't seen anybody run that one. So the drafting of Tyler Warren, they add Daniel Jones, and Daniel's playing just out of his mind. And then the addition of Lou Anarumo, those 3 additions have transformed this football team into a Super Bowl contender. Kansas City's very good, very, very, very good. This team is as good as anybody in the AFC.
Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you saying that because it's a reality. And obviously, you're former Colts, so we're obviously taking a lot of pride whenever we see you have success. Call a Monday Night Football game tonight starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. So for those of us that might not see or hear you on that one, what are your thoughts on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Lions, which kick everything off at 7 o'clock on ABC?
Yeah, the Lions got to come out throwing the football. This is an offense that hasn't been great running the ball. They've been good this year, but not great. Tampa's a very good run defense. They struggle versus the pass. If I were the Lions, I'd come out throwing the football and being very aggressive early on. I don't know exactly who's playing for Tampa. Is Mike gonna play? Is Emeka gonna play or not? Detroit's got massive injuries in their secondary. And so you would sit there and say, if those 2 guys play and are somewhat close to a high level health, there should be a ton of success by Baker. And so I think that there's the chance for kind of a little bit of opposite our game. I think our game's more than likely going to be defensively dominated, maybe not as many points. I think if those guys play for Tampa and Detroit does what they should do, there could be a good amount of points scored by both teams.
All right, Dana, we appreciate you taking time in this morning hour for you out there in Seattle. And what time is it for us right now?
You guys are just after 2 o'clock, which means we're just after 11.
Nailed it. Okay, we appreciate you. Good luck tonight.
UConn, baby.
Safe travels. UConn education always showing up.
Big win.
BC this weekend, D-Butt.
Hell yeah.
What you guys, basketball started back up?
Big
boys
win,
beat the crap out of BC, girls beat the crap out of BC, and football beat the crap out of BC.
Yeah.
Football won a game?
Yeah.
And we got a quarterback. Don't look now.
He's gone.
Spinning it. Well,
where's he going? West
UConn,
Virginia?
Stay there.
we got our asses kicked again. I'll tell you what.
Play another good team?
Great team.
Who was
good team.
UCF.
Yes, good football.
Oh, yeah.
I did see that score.
They're good. They had a lot. We didn't have a lot.
Trust the climb.
No, don't say that. That's Neil stuff.
Oh.
We're finding a hard edge.
Yeah, there you go.
We're currently finding a hard edge. We're looking all over the place. Soft edge, soft edge, soft edge, soft edge. We're trying to find a hard edge. We're going to get there eventually. And you're already there, Dan. That's why you're the best in the game. We can't wait to hear you tonight alongside Louis Riddick and Chris Fowler. And I guess Shregs, too, ladies and gentlemen.
Shregs and Katie George.
And Katie George. Can't wait. That's a late one. Probably won't see much of it, but we'll watch it tomorrow morning. You're the man.
You're a good man.
Dan Orlovsky. Oh. All right, let's make our picks. Get out of here, boys. Big time Overreaction Monday.
Huge.
Into a big time Tuesday. AJ, you were 9-4. I was 8-5. So obviously, whenever we look at the picks, you will pick first. I might, choose to just go opposite you so that I can catch you and win tonight because I need one now that I'm down 2-3-1 on the season. And you're 3-2-1 on the season. Don't love that we have the one at the end, but I wouldn't mind that tonight for me. Would not care if this went to 2-3-2 and he was 3-2-2. Then we got a lot of season left, but right now let's start with Bucks at Lions. Lions favored by 6.5 in Detroit Rock City. Is there any other lines, Tone Diggs?
The Bucks are getting 71% of the bets, and then any other lines you can get 6.5 or 6.
Okay, and remember, public bets are one game above 500.
Yes.
This particular weekend thus far. D. Butch, who do you like? How do you like it?
I'll just go with what's on the screen, the 6.5, and I will take the Bucks. I think this is way too many points, honestly. We got an MVP candidate playing quarterback for the Bucks. We'll see who plays, but we've seen enough this season that doesn't matter. He's going to make this game close at least. So I'm taking the Bucks to keep it close against the Lions.
AJ, are you agreeing with D. Butch? Are you going Bucks plus 6.5?
Yes, I was surprised to see this number at 6.5. That was a little too much for my liking, and I love what the Bucks are doing. So yes, give me Baker and the Bucks here.
That's exactly what I wanted as somebody who's down 2 games, who needs you. Yeah. Give me the Lions -6 tonight at home. This is a Dan Campbell special. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's hurt. That's how we like it, man.
Yep. That's how we like it. And keep in mind, this is at Ford Field, and Lions fans are pissed off right now with everything that happened last week. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one tonight.
So give me the Lions -6. Although I think if I was to pick it, and this was like the beginning of the week,
sure,
and I didn't need to gain on AJ and the potential pick thing, I probably would be riding with you guys with the Bucks. I still think Bucks get the win, but why not? Nope, actually I don't. Texans, Seahawks favored by 3.5 at home. Who do you like? How do you like it, D. Butch? And is there any other lines?
Yeah, you could get a 3 out there if you're interested in the Seahawks, and 66% of the public's on the Seahawks.
Okay, we got 2 more games with 60+%. This thing could end up very over for the public, or we can lose this, and the sports books can win another week straight in the NFL. D. Butch, who do you like?
I'll go against the public on this one. I like the Texans on the road to keep it close in a cagey affair. The Seahawks are a good team, but they struggle to win and cover at home. So I'm going with the Texans.
Texans plus 3.5 is Darius Butler. How about you, AJ?
This is a heavyweight match, a heavyweight matchup, or whatever he calls it, Dano. But heavyweight fight.
Respect.
You tell you what, I like the Seahawks at -3 here at home tonight.
Okay, give me the Texans plus 3.5. Then on the opposite side of that, I have to go the opposite way of AJ. When I did this in the past, it worked out. Okay,
that's right. Worked last week.
Yes, it did. Now it doesn't mean that I'm making good picks in the NFL, but boy, I'm seeing it in college. Maybe that'll carry over, or maybe AJ will continue to be one of the hottest bettors in the entire world when it comes to the NFL. We appreciate the hell out of you, AJ. Boys in the back, great work. We got another episode of Rushmore coming out tomorrow morning at Rushmore on X. Dunkers.
Oh, yes. What a great one. That's a great topic.
Dunkers.
It's really good.
Shaquille O'Neal and Reggie Miller. On that note, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll get back with the overreactions, and we'll send everybody into a great Monday. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Take 5. Jack, you got anything to say to the team here?
Oh, man, you guys keep crushing and firing everybody up. It's bigger than you guys, and you guys are the friggin' best.
Boom.
Thank you, Jack.
That's amazing.
Yes.
God damn, I needed that.
I got back in shape. I got shape my life. I felt like I just throw people through walls. Oh, shit. What's happening?
What the fuck is this?
this?
We interrupt your regular programming with breaking news.
We have reports of a UAP approaching Indianapolis. They have messaged to officials they are coming to take over the world.
Government agencies have been alerted that they plan to land and activate Earth's Armageddon switch.
This is literally the scariest situation imaginable, a true doomsday scenario. Please stay calm, seek shelter immediately, and pray to whatever God or higher power you believe in.
What is that?
What? Landed here?
I think Indianapolis. What? So that can't be.
We gotta go find these motherfuckers.
Yeah?
That's what we need to do.
I think it sounds like something you should do. Jack Carr, yeah. I don't know. We need to.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
All right, then let's go. Yeah, let's. Fuck these pieces of shit.
Let's get them.
Oh, there it is, that motherfucker. It's here. It's here.
It's the button.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Hey, do you have a rifle?
No, I got something better. I got something better. Jack, I've been saving this.
What?
Yeah.
What is this thing?
What?
Ask for a rifle. What is this?
Yeah, it kills aliens. Yeah, I bought it online.
Well,
Deep web.
That's certainly convenient for us. All right, here we go. Hey, will you be my spotter?
Oh my God, it'd be my honor. Let's go kill these motherfuckers.
Let's do this.
Where are they?
I don't know. I think they're coming. Looks like they might be coming from right over here.
Yeah, it looks like I see their fucking ship. Let's get them. They're not gonna get to that button, Jack.
Nope, they will not get to that button.
Is that one of them? Yeah. Black helmet, Carhartt khaki. He's walking right at you. Go ahead and tap. Yep. That's it, Jack Carr. That's it, Jack Carr. You killed that son of a bitch. Oh, there's another one. He looks the exact same, a little taller, a little bit more awkward. A little more awkward? Yeah, he's in the same spot though. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead. Yeah, there it is. Good hit, Jack Carr.
Two down.
Two dead aliens. Not on our watch. Oh, he came down backwards. This one's showing you his back. No respect.
No respect.
Kind of a disrespectful alien here as he drags his carcass around. Looks different. Oh, all three of them stacked up. Nice. Jack Carr slaying aliens. Oh, there's one more. It's a big one.
Oh, he looks like an eater.
He is an eater.
Oh, man.
This must be their Supreme Commander. Look at the size. He's looking at you, Jack. He's coming at you, Jack. He's coming at us, Jack. Get his big ass, Jack. Boom. This guy's trying to take down our planet. Go the fuck out. That's it, Jack Carr. Go back to where you came from, you sack of shit! Hey, good work, dude. Amazing. That was awesome. I mean, they were gonna fucking come in here. I mean, they just popped up and they just shot him right in the fucking head.
I don't know. Good thing we saw that newscast when we did.
Well, that's why they do the live alert. I don't know. Did we know that? That's still.
I feel like that should have been disclosed when we bought this place.
The legit. Let's go and talk to the boys.
Amazing, let's do it.
What a life you live.
Man, I'm just glad you had this rifle and I had those binos. What are the odds of that? I mean,
I could see them.
Good thing I carry those with me everywhere I go.
The big one at the end really ate some fucking pain.
Yeah, I feel like he stopped somewhere on the way in for a snack.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Are we good?
What do you think, boys? Fucking Jack Carr's here. If that's not enough reason to buy his new book, I don't know what is. Fucker just saved the earth. And nobody would have known about it if it didn't just so happen to happen right here with all these cameras. Thank you, Jack Carr. Thank you, Jack Carr.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Three-time World Saver Jack Carr has done it again. We're all mind-blown that a global attack always seemingly happens when Jack Carr comes to the Thunderdome. But boy, we're thankful he's always there to save us all. On that note, Jack Carr's new book, Cry Havoc, is available now. It's a Vietnam-era thriller and the 8th installment of the multiple-time New York Times best-selling series Terminal List. Hell yeah, Jack Carr. Hell yeah.
It's been 222 days since we've done this. $250,000. I didn't expect that third one there. Heard you ran in a CD last night. Is that accurate?
Not falling for it.
Holy fuck. Yeah! Fuck yeah!
I seen him dancing.
Basically naked.
I didn't see that.
Give me my first love. Give me the
Canes, baby.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
It was great, and I really enjoyed it. I passed this torch. I'm doing a great guy.
Coach, I'm kinda.
John Cena, you can't see me.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
My clone's having a, hell of a first.
That's wonderful to hear.
So we'll make it $300,000.
Gonna go on forever.
Forever!
Yeah.
Forever! O-H-N-O. Boomer! Texas! Well, I want to let you. Okay, we're starting early. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Hold on, we're still live, Coach. We're still live. He was like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
Another one of these. Make him wear.
They look amazing.
Thanks, I appreciate this.
Oh yeah, Coach Saban.
Formation's called heavy, of course. I could call it just fat. They act.
Pro Football Hall of Fame nominee, A.J. Hall. Hall of Famer, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
It'd be news to me that the starting quarterback's been figured out.
Okay, so that has not been announced.
I'll go down and tell our staff right here.
Oh no.
That was pretty profound what you just said right there.
Oh shit. It's also a great day to live in the greatest country on earth, the United States of America. Thank you. Is my guy here named?
Ben Guyman.
What is your major?
Psychology.
Okay, you're a psychology major. You're a deep thinker, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that going to help or hurt you today, you think?
Maybe hurt a little.
Okay, well, I want to let you know, psychology-wise, you should know that there is a radiant energy of positivity right to your left. Jelly Roll will be here helping out. So Jelly Roll said, Pat, I want to try to win hundreds of thousands of dollars for a charity in Athens. I want to kick a ball for $100,000 to give back to this community that is embracing him as a part of it.
And I think I'm fixing to split the upright.
Okay, how much weight have you lost now?
I've lost 250 pounds for this moment, Georgia. I'm fixing to do it.
All right, Ben. The kick is currently $100,000 for you. If he makes it, it'll go up to $250,000. We will also donate $100,000 to a local charity. Jelly Roll.
And I will match that $100,000, so $200,000 to a local charity, baby.
Let's go, Jelly Roll. Let's go, Jelly Roll. Let's go, Jelly Roll. Okay. Herbie will also toss in $100,000 to charity, which is very kind of him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, $300,000 for charity. Dogs! I'm sick of. All right.
I was worried for my tongue.
All right, what can I do different, Pat?
I think you could try to aim to the right if I were you.
Okay, good.
Or if you knew somebody that was a very good kicker, I think now would be a great time to just go ahead and say, hey, why don't you do that for me?
You know what?
Why don't you raise some money for the city?
Then. I'll make another 100,000. We'll make it 300,000 to local charity.
Okay.
If you'll let me pick up the legendary Hot Rod from Georgia back here, baby. My boy, Hot Rod is in the house today.
Hot Rod, it's great to see you. You look fantastic. Thank you for your service to the Colts. Can't wait to see you back in the NFL. Okay, so he'll put up, how much you put up, Joe?
$200,000 for a charity right here in Georgia, Georgia.
I'll put up $200,000 as well. Woo! Kirk will put up $200,000. We got a $600,000 donation, and Ben's kick will be worth $400,000. This could be $1 million here.
Whoa!
33 yards. Hot Rod, potentially $1 million on the line. $1 million!
Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby!
Still got it. Still got it. Thank you, Hot Rod. This is very expensive.
Ben! Oh! Back to you, Luis! Back to you, Luis!
During commercial break, there was no way we were going to be able to get out of that lawn out there without giving him another shot. $100,000, he knocks it through. Pump for Ben. Thankful for Hot Rod.
That's so stupid. That's crazy. God, nice you got to do that. And also take us off the fucking team. We do not deserve to be on there.
They all commit and love what's going on in that weight room. They all commit and love what Jim Harbaugh's preaching. And everybody in the building's happy. Everybody's like excited to be there.
First row. Mark Pressure in the first row. Second row is on here.
It is infectious what they got going on. And how many owners are spending $300 million on a new facility just for a practice facility?
This is Butler Birdies. Wow!
Oh my God! Oh shit!
In the bunker.
Great shot.
But then for them to do it upright for the last couple, it's like, look out for the Chargers, dude. Mm-hmm. Look out for the Chargers.
Coach. Hey, we got a gift for you.
Where you go?
Okay, so we missed your birthday, we missed Christmas. We couldn't
Whoa, look at that.
Your perspective on high five is one of the greatest things we've ever seen. So, all-time favorite Ben?
I love the high five. Yeah, give each other a high five.
Boom!
Bam!
Boom!
Bam!
Boom! Boom! Oh my God! Wow! Boom!
So we wanted to make you basically something that you could high five. My dad made this.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
you can tell it.
Yeah, boom. Keep that feeling. Yeah, boom. Yeah, boom, boom. And we tested it. I think you can get a pretty good pop if you need. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Obviously, national champion, Michigan man, and greatest high five.
Yeah.
Because of what you brought for the high five world.
Oh yeah.
He tried to give a handshake to that particular high five trophy. Did break the hand off. We had to put it back on.
Yeah, way to go handshake.
Oh no! Oh no!
There we go.
We have so much respect for you.
You guys just roll deep. This would be entourage level, wouldn't it?
To be honest, we didn't know we were going to be able to get 11 people in here, and then we would put up this and you'd have 11. That's where it should roll 11. Yeah, always start 11. You're the best. I mean, wow, it looks like a lot of highlights against one particular team.
They played more than one game. Why did they have all these TVs for one game?
Imposing our will.
This sucks.
Party in the backfield. No one. We mean no one. Outbeats us to Hudson. This might be close.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Pat McAfee. Used to hold balls for Adam Vinatieri. Now I'm in his home state. College game day is absolutely electric. And Brookings.
College game day has made the voyage to Brookings, South Dakota to experience a game with the best fans in college football. I unfortunately cannot attend because I have a game this Sunday, so I sent a man I trust to make my picks. A man who was my holder for almost a decade. Please be nice to him. Welcome this week's celebrity guest picker, Pat McAfee.
Go big, go blue, go Jacks.
Hosting Auburn. Yes, everybody saw this. The best fake punt in the world. What do you think, Pat?
I absolutely loved it all the way up until execution time. That is not one we like to show in the brand headquarters and punting and kicking world.
Oh, dance off. Oh, let's get weird. Yes. Duck that, huh?
Bang! Right off the top of the dome. That makes it a lot easier when you got a dummy standing right in front of you like that.
Running. He's Hayden Daniel Russo.
Wax on, wax off, knee to the face.
Yes. Serious.
Go, go, yes.
These teams stink. With that 15, they celebrate by doing shotguns. And I don't know, did they figure that out? I'm going with the University of Virginia Cavaliers. That was great. Whoa! I will never, ever in the history of my life cut against that ball. Oklahoma State is a win here. Not so fast again.
But I'm going with Trey.
Please excuse my dumb friend Kirk. Look at this crowd. They've been out here since 4 a.m. College game day comes to town. They lose their mind. The population of this state is about 800,000. And when the Jackrabbits take the field, they're alongside all 800,000 South Dakotans. The Dakota marker was in Fargo for far too long. Today, 5 o'clock local time, the Dakota marker is back in beautiful Brookings, South Dakota. Terry School. They might be the Jackrabbits, but they're the GOATs today. Ladies and gentlemen, South Dakota State with the win.
Give me that place in. No, don't do that. No. Leave. Coach. He has the
football playoff is obviously in the middle of a transition era, but we go back in time into a movie-like setting to battle in the Big Ten to see who gets to move on and who goes home. Our UFO just flew over top B-2 Smoke Bomber and in the national anthem. And on a day in the United States of America where a heinous act has happened, it's a nice reminder that we'll get your ass. You might take a shot, but you're never going to win. And 10 for Will Howard. Same exact play action. Drops it off to Jeremiah Smith. With space. He's a monster. Jeremiah Smith. First touch is a touchdown. Time. Shot down the middle. Puka. Ooh, touchdown.
See the split safeties right here. So Will Howard knows his read, looks him off, steps up in the pocket. Great throw.
Takes a shot. And what happens? Jeremiah Smith comes up with the ball. Handoff. Run to the left. Jordan James. Ram. Will Howard. Time. Oh, no. Jeremiah Smith's wide ass open. Touchdown. That's a touchdown. Ohio State is kicking the living shite out of the Oregon Ducks. If Jeremiah Smith is on your team, I think you can win every game. Travion Henderson. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown! They can run it. They can spin it. They can kick it. This Buckeyes team is playing football at a level nobody else in the country is playing right now. Now there's a low snap. Rolls left, throws back to the right. Jeremiah Smith's on the field. So that's another first down. Thus far, this game has been absolutely shite. Boom, 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 boom. Step in. Oh, my God. Wow. That is so beautiful. You got Matt Hardy on the left there. AJ, chance.
I see at the 47. Unfortunately, my youngest son puked all over himself, went to the hospital, so my whole family's not here anymore to hear that. But I'm getting some updates every once in a while. He seems to be doing not much better. He puked over the whole section. Jeez. Instant urgent care, instant hospital.
Oh, no.
What type of shite was he eating? Is someone making salmon down here? We came down here and smelled like fish.
Look at this. For those that have never been here, I would recommend coming and checking it out. Although this particular game was absolute shite.
Woo!
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You ping! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this massive Overreaction Monday, October 20th, 2025. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Football is amazing. I'm battling with the toilet right now. Past couple of days, I've been battling with the toilet a little bit, and I just got out of one. It was a heavyweight fight like we have here tonight between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. And then the first game is obviously the one that everybody's going to want to watch. Bucks at Lions starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's AJ Hawk. The Talks the Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone is here. Tone, what's the final number here before we do our last bet conversation here?
The final number for tonight, the Buccaneers are +6 or 6.5 going into Detroit, and we have 71% of the money is on the Bucks. And then Texans are at Seahawks. Seahawks -3 or 3.5 if you want the Texans, and 66% of the money's on the Seahawks.
Okay, and AJ's on both the public, right? Bucks and Seahawks.
Correct.
As are you?
No, I went with both the underdogs cover.
Okay, I like that. Let's have a great Monday night. Now, let's enjoy the hell out of our Monday with one of the greatest segs that we have, continued here for multiple years. This morning, I put out a bird call saying, hey, listen, it's a great Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great start to your work week, if your work week starts on Monday. If you have to work today, we hope it goes great. We hope your Monday morning coffee, motivating. We hope everything was fantastic. But also, we would like you to utilize one particular post on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, and tweet us what your feelings are about your football team. Is your football team dead? Are they alive? Should everybody get fired? Should everybody get a new deal? All you got to use is the hashtag. I don't want to overreact. But came number one trend.
Yeah.
A lot of very serious things trending currently. So 6-7 was where I thought we were going to hang out at.
Sure.
Instead, we become number one. Let's get to some of these overreactions. Ty went through and picked his favorites. Here's from @BubbleGumpino. He looks like a sorry Dolphins fan. I assume this guy also likes Liverpool, who lost for the first time in 100 years to Manchester United.
No.
I assume this man is also a Miami Hurricanes fan. Lost right there on Friday night to Louisville as well. But when it comes to his Miami Dolphins team, he says, hashtag I don't want to overreact, but it's Jover, brother. How many times have you used this particular picture of it being Jover or Joe Bover? And why is now the official Jover announcement for the Miami Dolphins, Gumpy?
This is the first time this year, and this era of the Dolphins is over. It's McDaniel, it's Tua, it's Chris Greer. If it's not a clean sweep, doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change.
It's Jover.
Let him finish the season, though. Legit, let him finish the season. I don't care. Let him fucking play it out, boys.
Yeah, but the Capri still got a good chance.
Yeah, exactly. And I almost feel bad for McDaniel. I want to see him smile.
Well, that's because as we go on, we remember all the times we had together. Scored 70 against the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's running off the field, doing this, fins
Like 2
up.
years.
So much hope. So
Felt
much
like
hope,
yesterday.
man.
It was a good time. It was a good run.
Number one rated
Almost won a
player.
playoff game that one time, maybe.
Yeah.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. Like when you paid Tyreek Hill the most amount of money in the history of wide receivers, and he chose the check over like winning, and then now it's all coming back to bite everybody's in the ass. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. McDaniel's press conferences were awesome.
Yeah.
They were so cool. If it is Jover, I'm going to miss those. Just coming from a completely different angle.
Yeah.
As we go.
Don't forget, show me the money.
Yeah.
That's where.
Man.
That was the end of it. That's when it started.
Did we call it in real time? I don't remember.
I think you did. I
don't know how that's the thing you say to the people coming to the free practice at training camp at 150 degrees. But on that note, I still think Tua goes to another place. Comes a backup quarterback.
Okay.
Somebody goes down, Tua steps in. We're watching it right now.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield,
Colts?
Danny Dimes, you name it. This is going to happen.
He doesn't love the game like those other boys.
Oh!
He doesn't. He doesn't. I just did. That's the truth, damn it.
That's a Jover reaction there.
You're right.
That is. You're right.
Let's move along. Emotions are high. It's Overreaction Monday, AJ. Let's go to Bruce. This one's good. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the Giants invent a new way to lose with a historic defensive collapse and somehow once again find themselves without a kicker. Shane Bone is addicted to sending G-men wins to a grueling death with an unprepared prevent defense. And yet, hope springs eternal. Jackson Dart will save us all. Amen. Hey, maybe next year, Bruce. Maybe next year, Bruce. That's good news. That's what we learned yesterday.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we finally married, Moxie at quarterback with an offensive line that's competent and can block, and still the organization found a way to fail the young man. And
The Broncos are a good football team.
Great football team.
Was on DT day.
Did he throw an interception with 5 minutes left, or was that someone else?
It was under 5 minutes, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 4:55, I think. So
You didn't see the guy.
3rd and 5. The other team only had
nowhere.
one timeout. Just take a sack, actually, potentially, in this
for
moment.
sure.
Let the clock run. He's a rookie, though. He's going to learn from these mistakes, which leads to the future. Daboll back, right? Because we got a young, up-and-coming everything. This is kind of what we know now about the Giants is we have a bright future, right, Bruce?
Yeah, it seems like, Shane and Dabes will be sticking around. A lot of people are going at Shane Bowen, our defensive coordinator. They would like to see maybe a change made there, maybe Antonio Pierce. But yeah, I guess, if we want to play the moral victory, Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper and the Broncos defense were talking shit all week, and Jackson Dart saved that one interception with 5 minutes left, was belt to ass and kicked the shit out of him.
And when he had to answer, he did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just too quick.
Showed the moxie, the grit, the fight, the clutch gene that you love to see. But man, it's like, can we just stop fucking ourselves from the top down with missing extra points, going for 2, we don't get it, and then we can't get a stop all fourth quarter. It's just embarrassing.
The extra point thing, it stinks whenever you don't have a kicker, man. That really does stink. And now, granted, this kid, I think I saw him hit a 60-some-yarder barefoot on the internet. Got an incredibly huge leg.
You knew it was over. We knew it was over right when he missed that.
That's cool.
Yes. That is cool.
60-yard barefoot. That's cool.
From Ireland. This is very cool. This is international.
Oh, this is one of McQuaid's guys?
This is one of McQuaid's guys, yeah.
And McQuaid would say the same thing as I. This guy is a good ball kicker.
Yeah. Good lad, lads.
Just missed by this much, though.
Yeah, a couple times.
Well, yeah, but if you do that, the ball just sends to the right. He's only going to get better, this guy. But the Giants fans don't hear that.
No. Well, is he going to get better on the Giants?
No.
I don't think so. That's
Pride
tough.
of Derry County has to find a new home.
Okay.
The future's bright, though. Malik Neighbors back healthy next year.
Yeah.
Got your quarterback probably picking high.
Scottable.
Yeah. Boom.
Let's go, lads.
Here we go, lads.
Let's go.
Here we go.
lads.
On to next year.
All right, let's go to the next. On to next year.
On to next year.
It's week 8.
It's not even trick or treat yet. We're on to next year.
It's an 18-week season.
There's a lot of teams like that.
It's week 8. We're going into.
We're not on to next year. We're on to the Philadelphia Eagles at the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That'd
not
be huge.
over. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Dark the Door. You know him. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Jim Irsay is smiling. Colts went from dumpster fire to contenders in 1 year. Piss pounding teams is another day at the office for Daniel Jones, JT, Big Quentin Nelson, Big Grove, and crew. Now, It's time to swing for the fences and bring another 98 in the building to make QB shite their pants. Bring Max Crosby to Indy. Hey, Dirk, love what you're saying, bub. It is just kind of another day at the office. Danny Dimes makes the perfect decisions. Our offense makes incredible plays. The defense seems to be smaller. Dan Orlovsky says, I don't even know what they're playing out there. They got like they're bringing three with a double team and a spy. They're doing yada, yada, yada. Lou Anarumo's culture is fantastic. And I'll tell you, big 98 coming over here. All those tats, just every single play, I'm going to ruin somebody's life. That'd be a great addition for us. There's a lot of teams saying they'd like Max Crosby, though.
Yeah, and like you said, he's obviously going to be offended by this because he is a Raider through and through. I believe, is it tatted on him?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So, but with that being said,
you got new tattoos.
Wouldn't you rather win, though?
We got some, maybe.
He said he wants to be part of, like, hasn't that always been the thing? AJ, he's gotten, like, mad at us for even talking about it in the past, I think.
Can't blame us.
Yeah, he gets it, but it's ultimately a compliment to him. Like, hey, you're so awesome. We want you to come over to the Colts because you guys aren't winning the games that we feel like a player like you should be on a team playing deep into the playoffs every year.
Also,
those are sick.
These eyes would like to see you in a meaningful football game.
Yes.
Yeah. Just one time, dude.
Why do you have to put those on for that?
Because you get a better view in here, dude.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, right.
Hey, may protect
Look,
you
I
when
know
you ride your
exactly. Look at
Harley.
my periph, two. I'm
Your
holding
periph
up.
is pretty legit.
Look at this.
I'm
I'm holding up 3 over here. I can see
you got good periph, too.
Thank
Good
you.
for
Thank you so much. D-But I saw what you were doing over there.
Sure you did.
These eyes, though, they want to see him in a damn...
What jockey wore
Condor.
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure where...
What, a Baffert's jockey?
BH, Brian Hernandez. And he
won the Derby.
Aboard Dick Strike, I
Won the
believe.
Derby a couple years ago. What are you talking about?
Those are his?
With Brian Hernandez's goggles on.
Pretty cool, right?
And with them off. I want to see fucking Max Crosby playing a big game.
Yes.
And they're bad. I mean, we're talking about the Finns. The Raiders are right up there.
Let's not
It's
forget the
worst.
Jets and Titans.
The Jets and Titans as well, but boy, are they bad.
Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? This is from John Edwards, also known as Fatimir Guerrero Jr. at Jack Edwards 1980. This man is 45 years of age typing this. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but all these pundits who wrote the obituary of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs jumped the gun. They're not dead. They're sitting up like the Undertaker. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, and number 15 is the MVP. Not bad for the 13th ranked quarterback in football. Saw they still had those.
They did.
Saw they still had those because there's so many other stats they could put up. So many other stats. Like PFF says 90% of pressures last week came from this man. Like there's so many things they can pull from PFF to make these dudes look good. Instead, they still want to roll out there. This dude's 105 out of 112. Fucking ass right here.
Put him over.
Thank you for watching Sunday Night Football, where the best play. Now, on that note, here's ass, and ass across the starting lineup. And on the other side, just wait till you see this bullshit. This guy's 64 out of 67. Nobody really wants to watch that, but that's what we have tonight. Why would you want that? I don't know why you would want that. With Patrick Mahomes, why wouldn't we put how many Super Bowls the fucking guy has across the bottom? Already in GOAT conversation. Oh, maybe as a viewer that doesn't know football, I'd like to watch this guy who's almost the GOAT. You know what? You know who I want to watch? 115 out of 115. I want to see this guy. Like, why? It's not good for anything, let alone every player coming out and saying, we hate it.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. And it is used against us in our public life. But NBC said, no, we're smarter than you guys are. I
got bad news for this guy.
Go ahead.
Looks like he dropped to 26.
Patrick Mahomes did?
Looks like it. If I'm reading
After this game?
correctly, yeah.
I'm sure Flacco shot up to top 3.
Enough.
But that's a great point, though. Like, because of all the information they do have, they could put Patrick Mahomes 138 for 157 beyond the sticks, blah, blah, blah. Like, all these different intricate stats that they have. Like,
Well, then a graphic designer would have to.
I was going to say, that's more work.
That'd be a little more work, more
Adobe
work.
Photoshop. It's not that hard.
Oh, you're right. I've heard you can use that.
Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
Is that good, Foxy? I've heard about that.
It's pretty good.
You know what else is pretty good? IG Story. You can make graphics in your IG Story pretty good.
You can.
Canva, too, I think had an appearance in that entire video. That's also pretty good. Adobe Photoshop, though, you can whip in there a little bit. You can cook a little bit. I mean, I don't want to talk for the graphic boys over there. D-Bone just uses AI and then says, this is mine.
Good gimmick.
Sure, yeah.
But hey, he found it.
I was going to say,
good.
His baby.
He's just saying, that's not true. Obviously, I use it to help with some things, but it is all my work. And we know it is. D-Bone's a talent. All the graphic people, artists. They're like artists. So you got to respect their, you know what I mean?
Creative process.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck.
It sucks.
I like that they care that much. Dirty is an artist. Dirty will work with us. D-Bone, artist, will work with us. I don't think that's a gig we're going to be hiring a lot of people for, though. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Never want to run a business that has a bunch of graphic designers.
Yeah, I don't think many companies are going to be hiring many of them anymore.
Because of what we said about D-Boner?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean,
but you need the human. Like, I
You
think that's
do.
what we
You
need.
do, yeah.
But also, humans need to be able to use the AI, too.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be like a little bit of a partnership.
Well, that's for now.
A little bit of a partnership. What happened? There's a new word being used.
There's just this thing called the AGI theory, and it's artificial general intelligence, and it's basically sentient AIs. And over the weekend, Elon Musk said, "My belief in AGI is now 10% and rising," and that was Saturday at 3 a.m. I saw it on Saturday morning while I was watching Game Day.
10%
is not bad.
10% in total or 10% higher than it was?
10% and rising. So it's just a theory. AGI isn't like a real thing.
So he was at 0% at one point, he's saying.
Yes.
Then a Nick came around him, Nick Marotta, who's been saying for about 15 years now, these robots are going to start taking over. They're going to be smarter. They're going to care for us. They're going to set you up. They're going to bait you. They're going to kill you. Relax, dude. Okay?
Bingo.
Got a good graphic design team right here.
Not for long.
These guys are making good beats over here. Let's all relax here. Okay? Oh, yeah, they're flooding troll accounts on social media and maybe generating narratives that are very dangerous for society. Okay, we need to slow that down.
Ease up on that.
Yeah, we need to slow that down a little bit. Okay, we need to certainly slow down. Can we stop that? No, you can't stop that. They're able to fit in so easily, actually, because they're an AI that is actually able to read another AI that's trying to stop them. And every once in a while, they just outjoust them, and then they're able to troll and build narratives however they want. And go ahead and try to punish them. It's a computer. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You can't punish them. Oh, that sounds problematic. Well, just wait, though. Wait till they start feeling. Wait till they start understanding and talking to each other and starting to really know how to guilt trip you into some stuff, too, and be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not possible. We'll unplug these motherfuckers.
They're taking our jobs. They're drinking up all our water. It's hell out there.
We need to just unplug them.
Too late. And open AI.
And you put that brain into one of these like robots that they build, then what happens? We're all dead? How's it work?
Well, not me. I'm going to be A-okay. Okay, because I'm going to call Jack Carr.
Yeah, bingo.
Me too.
Exactly.
Amen.
I don't know if he can save you for this. But
Jack
OpenAI,
Carr,
you weren't there.
Sam Altman is making a huge pivot with the AI shit into a different space that we're all rhymes with corn.
What's he trying to do?
I don't want to get kicked off of TikTok, but yeah.
What's he doing? He's got AIs doing each other?
We'll do some research.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm sure
it's
that's all
nice.
he's doing.
It's real nice.
What?
What do you mean?
All right, let's get to another. This all sounds like an overreaction.
It does.
That one felt genuine.
Yeah.
That one felt pretty genuine.
It's a tough Thursday night.
This one's Stephen Reese at SReese96. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But Bob Saleh is the best coach in the league right now, and it's not close. Who's on defense? Who cares? Don't matter. That said, Kittle being the best O-lineman on the team is disgusting. Okay. So a little bit we can work on. But yeah, I mean, Kittle always.
Oh, yeah.
That's always been
Yeah,
part of
that's
his
what he
game. He's a road grader. I love Saleh being happy again, though. And finding out that he's 6'4", certainly a little bit different
huge.
every time they show him on camera. That defense, no Bosa, obviously, no Fred. They talk about the injuries, and they're able to get some massive plays against this Atlanta Falcons team on primetime. What are your thoughts on the Niners defense as a whole, AJ?
I give Bob Saleh a ton of credit. It's like whoever they got to plug and play, they seem to find a way to play together, play as a unit. Like they're disciplined. And Bob Saleh is a gigantic human being. I saw the clip of he and Ulbrich like reuniting on the field. And Jeff Ulbrich is probably 6'1". He's not a small guy by any means. And Saleh is just gigantic. Did Saleh play in college or the pros?
Had to have, right? A 6'4", I assume that's a size that plays at.
He's jacked, absolutely jacked too.
He definitely played. He definitely played college. I don't think it was D1 though.
Probably Northern Michigan University. I know
like,
he has some ties there.
Yeah, he did play at Northern Michigan. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
The Wildcats.
Oh, the Wildcats had a good team when he was there,
That's
too.
at the Upper Peninsula as well.
Oh, UP up there?
Basically Canada.
The UP.
They've been doing long traveling forever because driving from the UP just down to Civilization is a long time, right?
Takes forever from Lansing. You're looking at 6, 7, 8 hours.
Jeez.
Just wondering if you're talking about San
so
Francisco.
the ball stinks up there.
What?
No.
Whoa.
They only play 3 downs.
Tell me a good player from the
Robert Saleh.
Bob Saleh.
Okay, tell me another one.
Mariucci. Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo was
Tim
slot
Allen.
receiver.
Tim Allen.
you.
Boom. Great running back.
Al Borland was a good running back. Al Borland was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al
Pretty
Borland was
technique.
A-okay.
Yes.
Wilson, they had a guy, Wilson.
Yeah.
He played on the outside.
Brad.
Yeah, Brad was a great athlete.
Yes, he was. JTT was on their
Yep.
special teams. He was kicker and punter.
Talent, generational talent.
Yes. You're starting to get it now, it sounds like,
Yeah,
about
sure.
Northern Michigan.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
They made good stuff up there, too.
Great.
Oh, man.
Kid Rock had a run up there. for a little
Bingo.
bit.
Bob?
Yep, he did.
That sounds fake. That doesn't sound.
It's a rumor going around, at least. That's what people are saying.
I know JTT was down there. What a run they had. Changing Gears is the new one?
Yeah.
How's that? Anybody watch it?
Unbelievable.
The best ever.
Yeah, I'd say.
If I were to watch it, is probably what I'd say. I haven't seen it yet. I got the fucking Al Borland episode
I saw
tape.
7 minutes. I saw 7 minutes. My wife was watching it.
Okay.
In her room. I walk into, she has like a setup room where it has all of her stuff, you know, and it's on a TV in the back. And I walk in, I go, oh, good to see you, come home from work. And I look over and I see Tim Allen on the screen. I'm like, is this a changing places thing? She goes, changing gears. This is Tim Allen's. I'm like, yes. Sit down for about 4 or 5 minutes. Classic Tim Allen, felt like. Then Mackenzie came. Never paid attention to it again.
Sure.
Okay.
So I think it was a good 5-10 minutes, and it's classic Tim Allen.
Exactly. Loaded with laughs.
Lot of sitcom
Sure.
tomfoolery.
Yeah. Yep.
So I assume it is worth a watch. The other one that I watched, Chad Powers.
Yes.
Awesome.
Does
how
not
is it?
suck. Is not
Okay, good.
ass. Is good.
Is it geared towards adults or kids?
I'd say more adults. More adults for
My
sure.
kids want to watch it. My kids actually want to watch it. So.
It's definitely adults, but it's not like I wouldn't say it's like raunchy, but there is some corny, but it's not. You know, it's like they played it very well. I think. I think they did very well with that.
Funny.
And yes, I think it's very funny, and he doesn't look horrendously unathletic. He actually looks athletic, so it was good, very well done. I was so scared to watch it, so scared.
Yeah.
I was scared to death. I love Glenn. Glenn's about to go save the world in all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing Chad Powers. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, if he dropped back and looked like that one kid, we knew it was his career would be over.
Yeah, I was just like, did the world need this? I don't know if the world needed this, brother. Like, I don't know if you need to take this. So very scared watching it. Not saying as like a close friend of Glenn Powell, but I think we all kind of at this point know Glenn Powell. And it's like you turn it on, and literally for like the first minute, you're like, oh, come on. And then you start watching, you're like, okay, I like this. I like what they're doing. It's good. I think it's a good show.
Okay.
I've not watched all the episodes.
Sure.
But I would say good episode, they done good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I'm caught up right now, and like you could make the argument it starts corny as they're setting the entire show, but like the second, third, and fourth episode where he's like in the team, he's with everybody, it is fucking hilarious. I actually genuinely think it is a great show, and I hate watched it to start. I didn't even watch it like, I like Glenn Powell. I watched it like, let's see what this fucking idiot did. And then while I'm watching it, I'm like, holy shit, this is actually so funny.
Good jokes.
Great jokes, and they're, I don't know what the word is for it, so I'll just stop that thought, but the backup quarterback in the show, he is the guy. Once you see the backup quarterback, he pitches 100 on the black for the entire time he's on screen. So if you haven't got there yet, get there. And then if you do get there, which I strongly suggest you should, you'll be hook, line, sinker because he takes over.
Well, congrats to them, the Mannings. Congrats to everybody doing that. That's awesome. All right, let's go to another overreaction. This one's from Outrun Phoenix 69. At Lytton, Dakota. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But the fucking birds are back. Hurts 326 with 3 tuds. Devontae and AJ, 100 plus. Sirianni and Patullo are still big dumb dipshits. My toddler could come up with a better run scheme, but go ahead and give the Birds the Lombardi now. Okay, so people still pissed off at Patullo and Sirianni?
This was kind of the only. I didn't see very many with Sirianni, but boy, Patullo. I mean, it is a relentless attack on Patullo. They want him fired every single week. Kind of regard. I mean, it's basically what happened with Sirianni last year.
Hurts goes for 326, 3 touchdowns.
Perfect quarterback rating.
He rattles off how good the offense was.
Yep.
And then at the very end, get this guy the fuck out of here. That's classic Philly.
It is.
They ran for 45 yards is what they're mad about.
Yeah, Saquon, I think 18 carries, 45 yards.
But the protection, though. Yeah. The protection was great.
Yeah, so they want to throw when they're running.
Yep.
Now they want to run when they throw?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Philly, still bringing
That's Philly, yep.
Would B-Flow be smart enough to think, like, hey, if we stop Saquon, there's a chance we have a better chance of winning? Or
You think there's a chance B-Flow, defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, said, you know who's not going to wreck this game? Saquon Barkley. We're going to do what everybody else has done this season, which is completely target him. We're going to challenge Jalen to win this thing with his arm.
Yep.
And he did, D-Bud.
This is exactly how he had to win the Super Bowl. Saquon ran away, had a damn near MVP season, and Spags geared up on the box and stopped the run game, and then he made huge plays. The play that broke the game open was that Devontae Smith kind of dagger route, or he threw the clear out route. So, I'm sure Philly fans probably feel like, hey, we just watched our team march down the season and win a Super Bowl running the ball and dominate people that way. So maybe they, Philly fans feel like they're educated and that's how they're going to win the Super Bowl. But when your quarterback goes out and have a performance like this against a talented defense, it's not like he went and played the Raiders and put up a perfect quarterback rating. He did that against a good team. But you're never going to make everybody happy.
All right, let's go to the next one. This one's from Normie at Epic Normie. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but everyone is talking about the Chiefs for blowing out bad teams while the Broncos are finding wins to win. Now, obviously, that's ways to win. Bo Nix is the clutchest quarterback in history, and Denver has gone from 1-6 in one-score games last year to 4-2 this year. Broncos will win the division, not Kansas City. AJ, AFC West, is it the Broncos now after they have a 33-point fourth quarter?
I'm not ready to crown the Broncos, as the head of the division right now. I still like what the Chiefs are doing with how Patrick Mahomes is, but it's true. Like, they're finding ways to win no matter how poor it is. Bo Nix does seem like a guy that is like, hey, stick with me. He's never going to give up on it. He's always going to fight till the end. And I know you guys talked about it earlier, but yeah, I do love the experience that Bo Nix has. He played, 9 years in college. The guy has seen a lot of ball, and now with Sean Payton, I feel like they're a great team.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Broncos a lot, and the defense obviously going to be heralded. The fact that the Giants were able to do what they did to this Broncos team in Denver on Demaryius Thomas Statue Day, basically, where they had everybody back in town, I think obviously is well wishes for the New York Football Giants. But this Broncos team coming back and fighting in that fourth quarter like that, that's a beautiful thing. Team can feel that and ride that going forward. Maybe that was a little spark that they needed to keep going. 5-2 now over there in the AFC West. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? It's from Dougie Doug at Dougie D. Dougie Doug, is that toilets there? What's that?
It's a microphone he's got on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not a toilet. It's not a toilet. Sorry, I thought that was maybe a toilet. You see the bowl down there and then the back. I thought maybe. Dougie Doug. Does that say Productions?
It might.
Dougie Doug. All right, Dougie.
He's doing it.
What do you think? Not a toilet? Dougie Doug, Dougie D. 92.
Click on it. Yeah, it's a microphone. Okay. So it says Dougie Doug, and then underneath it in those blue letters is WWE, NFL, AEW.
Okay. We like the cut of your jib, Dougie D. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but I have seen enough. The Vikings cannot win with J.J. McCarthy, nor can they win with Carson Wentz. There's only one man that can win for this team. It's time for Kwesi to bring home Kirk Cousins. Hashtag Skull. Now, Dougie D might be D-Bone's burner. We're not 100% sure because he would be tweeting about the same things as Dougie D. But I like this Dougie D take. Now, there was something mentioned earlier in the day by Boston Connor with Michael Penix's situation brewing. Maybe now it's Kirk down there.
Yeah, very similar to when Jaden Daniels got hurt against the Packers. It was late in the fourth quarter. Then he stayed in. Then Jaden Daniels missed the next 2 weeks, I think. It's the same exact thing. Penix, He got rolled up on pretty bad late. He ended up staying. He stayed down. They stopped the game. He kind of limped around, stayed in the game. But Kirk ran down the sideline. Looked like he was getting ready, or at least preparing himself mentally with his mental buttons or whatever to keep his focus on.
Of course.
Like he was going to go in. So I kind of think, at this point, whoever the Falcons are playing next week, you should probably bet on the other team now before the line changes, and that's just speculation in the fact that.
What are you saying? You're saying that if Kirk had to play, that the Falcons would be donezo?
No, I don't know about that, but I know the line will move. I feel as though they'll definitely move that line, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kirk does go out there and ball, and the Vikings maybe do take a shot on him.
I completely forget about Kirk Cousins being down there.
Yeah,
he's not even a story.
No.
They don't even really show him on the sideline.
No.
It's not even talked about out there, getting $180 million backup quarterback in Atlanta. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Michael Penix. This is all just speculation here about 13, 14 hours after the game ends. But having a good backup quarterback is what the Atlanta Falcons said they wanted. That's why they kept him. They haven't traded him yet, although all offseason there was a lot of conversation. Will that continue throughout the season for teams that get a little desperate maybe at the QB position? Maybe let Kirk walk out. Let Sam Darnold walk out. I don't mind that, Dougie D. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? This is from Zach Z4K. So cool. At Zach Clips. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the Dallas Cowboys got the best offensive trio in the league. One solid trade for the defense, and they're lifting that Lombardi in February. Also, hashtag most valuable Prescott.
Oh.
MVP Rescott. MVP Rescott. MVP Rescott. MVP Rescott. Okay, on that note, George Pickens being on this team and seemingly wanting only but success for the Dallas Cowboys, because I think he has a contract year currently happening, and Dak being able to get him the ball and keep everybody happy, and George getting an opportunity to be the number one when CD was down and kind of earn his place in that locker room and his ability to still do his shit, maybe double guns, maybe in somebody's face over their shoulder, doesn't get called, keeps him moving. That's George Pickens football. He is special talent. CD back. They got weapons everywhere with Ferguson, AJ.
Yeah, they got weapons. And just look at these. What a ball. Dak he's so dialed in right now. And I feel like the O-line's doing a good job as well. Like we said, if their defense can keep up and catch up a little bit, the Dallas Cowboys, I think, are a team you're going to have to worry about late in the year.
George Pickens leading the parade into the end zone there, running backwards.
Awesome.
And,
I love that.
Hashtag MVP Rescott is putting it all over the yard. Shoddy's handling it beautifully as well. D-Butt, what a trio for old buddy to call the best in the league.
Yeah, Shoddy's doing a great job, and I'm not sure who mentioned it about Javonte Williams. Was that you, man? He's having an unbelievable year. But this year, I don't think so. But they do have picks, and we know the Dallas Cowboys, whatever you think about their trades and extensions, they do draft well and they can find talent. So if they can get some picks next year, get some guys healthy, Flus maybe another year in this defense, I do think the Cowboys will be a team to be reckoned with.
Who says we don't use those picks right now?
They could.
True.
They could use them right now.
Who says we don't come back and get a couple more players? 5 players better than 1 player. Shit. We got who we got. They got Micah. We tied. Next question. Jerry Jones. What a weapon. Let's go to the next overreaction, shall we? This is from Jack Dell Dust Up, as we all know. Take on a quote from former DC Jack Del Rio at Kev Combs fan. I believe he's talking about the Commanders. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the Cardiac Commanders have suffered a full-blown heart attack and they're dead. 3-4, staring down 3-7. JD5 is banged up. Walmart greeters at wide receiver. Everyone's 45 years old. Defense regularly getting blown out like Bonnie. Jeez. It may be a command over situation. That's a porn star on the internet there who Jack Del Dust Up was referring to. Commanders have never fared well against Dak Prescott.
No.
So maybe don't have full panic. Don't love Daniels limping off there.
No.
Don't love any of that.
Look bad.
The Cardiac Commanders, that looks nasty.
Yeah, I felt good about him actually limping off and walking off. Yeah, because when it initially happened, I'm like, oh shit, this might be one of those you don't even want to watch the replay of. But
hip too, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hip. Then he went to grab the hammy walking off here, so I'm like, okay, it could be weird. But hopefully he's good. He walked off. I think didn't he jog into the locker room or something like that?
I don't know. I did not see that.
Okay, well he was on his own. Whenever you can put your own pressure on you, you're not getting helped off like that or in the cart, that's a good sign. But, yeah, they are banged up. They are old. They are all those things for sure.
Well, T's and P's, positive vibes to Jaden Daniels, and the Commanders fans might still be in it a little bit. Might still be in it a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're not just great all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like
That's possible.
Last year was like they're great all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Maybe it might take a little bit.
You
We're
almost
not
don't want your QB to be that good the first year because then you're just setting yourself up for a bad second year.
But you want him to be good, though.
But not that good, so it's weird.
I'll tell you what, you want him to be better. You want him to play, though.
Definitely need to
You
play.
do want him to play.
Because what did Anthony Richardson play? He played 3 games or something.
Yeah.
4
maybe.
games. He had that fadeaway throw.
Well, you got Flacco'd.
You did.
And we got Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
What a pickup.
Legit.
Dude. It's a whole new world. We're fucking
is.
best team in the NFL. That's so much fun to be here right now.
It is.
Instead of just having an ass team.
Oh, yeah.
And he's worth $65 million, and you're paying him, you know.
Let's not be publicly negotiating.
65,
Maybe
70.
Maybe
Well,
70, right, 75.
Is the greatest offense in the history of football
Who's his
right now.
agent?
It's $70 million.
Let's not be publicly negotiating.
Well, that's the tough
She's a
thing.
higher Mulugeta.
You got to enjoy this year.
Let's just enjoy what we have.
Better sign him right now.
He's
before
already been
things
paid.
get out of
Right
control.
now.
Things get out of control.
Yeah, let's not even think about letting him touch that free agency.
No.
Because we know that he's better with us. And he knows he's better with us. So let's just go ahead and shake these hands and move forward. Now, that's first big decision here from the big three
Yeah.
on how that works. When, how,
$58 million.
the whole thing. But let's not publicly negotiate.
Steal.
It's good enough.
He might say 25, 30
He
million.
might. He might.
Danny Dimes might
That's,
say,
that's basically like
Wouldn't be
75 in
smart.
New York.
let's build this team up here. Let's
Sure.
keep the boys. Let's win a lot here. You give me 40 million, 35, 40 million bucks. I can buy every house
Yeah.
in Indiana. I can live
Get
like
Smoke's house. Get Smoke's old house.
boom, go down there and get the Cabela's Ranch. And then you can also, offensive line, we can pay offensive line. We can keep the boys in front of me. We can keep the weapons. We got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman they paid. Pierce is up now. Down's about to be up. Obviously, JT got
He's going to be up.
a deal that I don't love the way he went about getting it a couple years ago after they were ass. But anyways,
Might
it's
be time for another one.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. And then on defensive side, we got names everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like Danny Dimes. You know, hey, listen, I hope he gets every single dollar he wants. That's what I want. I'm just wondering if maybe he wants to win a lot. We can win a lot, I think, especially if you can pay a bunch of people. Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers making $10 million right now. He's 41. He's already made $200 million. So I'm not saying I don't want to be counting pockets or anything like that, which I kind of just did. But it's like Danny Dimes, you know, you've been paid already. You got a lot of money.
He'll give him a discount. Give him like $48 a year, maybe. He'll give him a discount.
I think we go right there if he was to do that. I think that would be an immediate nothing to sign. Deal. Let's go ahead and move on. How long do you want that deal for? 4 years? Perfect. Sweet. We'll see you in 3 after we win 2 Super Bowls because we're about to pay a bunch of people around us. I'm very excited for the Colts right now.
Oh, yeah.
But if they got to drop a 60 piece on a quarterback, I mean, that's going to change a lot of things at a lot of places.
I mean, we've seen what it's like on the other side of that. We saw Quentin Nelson come out and say, I'm good and pissed off of blocking for another quarterback every fucking year.
I agree. What I'm saying is Danny Dimes got a lot of leverage.
He does.
He does.
Well, and I'm excited to see what happens.
If he's your guy, though, if the Colts know, like, hey, this is our dude, you got to pay him whatever it takes.
Literally. That is literally the case. That's what I'm saying here. You know, let's look at all things. Let's look at all things while we're doing this. And Danny Dimes, maybe somebody gives him maybe give him a couple bars down.
Yeah, car dealership or something.
Maybe give him a couple cars.
Yeah.
Let's do a John Elway move around here. Let's keep this guy around town. All right, and last one here from Aaron Shelby. Life is good. Yes, it is, Aaron. Hashtag I don't overreact, but Drake May and Daniel Jones are the incarnates of Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. These motherfuckers are spinning like multiple-time MVPs. Not to mention they're cash cows. All gamblers hailed
Draco
and Donnie Dimes.
Not his name.
Pats Colts AFC Championship game.
Draco's pretty cool.
TBD. Draco is a great name by Aaron Shelby. And life is very good over here. Now, has Drake been a covering machine? Has that been Draco's MO?
Yeah, Draco's just not happening.
It's happening.
No, he definitely. They've been very, very good. The only difference between the two is It's Drake May's second year, and you guys have to pay Danny Dimes $50 million. So
Whoa!
That's just the only difference.
What does Drake May make? What are those rookie contracts?
Oh, he's got. I think he's like 8 a year, maybe.
That's crazy.
At most.
And then like year 4 or 5, it's like 20 million or something like that, or
Yeah.
25 million or something like that. I think as it grows, he's unbelievable. This guy, he's outrageous.
So good.
Legitimately outrageous. Watching him play and then listening to football people talk about his decision. That was a great catch.
Yeah, Hooper.
That was a fucking.
Back.
Who's that?
That's Austin Hooper, second string tight end.
Dog.
Friend of the program.
Friend of the program.
Legend.
Love Austin Hooper. Congrats
Oh, yeah.
to him making that massive play right there. But it's like listening to football people talk about Drake May has been fun. Like, the way he's breaking down defense and he sees things before snap, post snap. And it's like, and he has the coolest vibe about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has this vibe about him that is like, the moxie is not the same as Jackson Dart, obviously, but it's certainly in there. And Vrabes seems like the perfect head coach for him, AJ.
Yeah, I watch all the clips of Vrabes, like dapping everybody up on the way into the locker room. Feels like Vrabes has everything going in the right direction. And, I mean, Drake May, to his credit, he dongs the back of his head off the turf. Maybe pops in the tent for a quick second, tells him I got a little stinger or something, I'm okay. Comes back in and still plays very well, so we know he's tough as nails.
He takes a lot of shots head to ground. And that's a hell of a whip. And he's still up, though. I don't think you saw him ever out, but they certainly.
You shake your head once, they're taking you off. That's the thing when you shake your head.
Yeah, they certainly want to take a look at this as they want, but he's been taking these shots a lot. And he led North Carolina in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's used to getting tackled. That is everything you fear, though, whenever it comes to a quarterback being tackled. He went into the tent. They tested him. He comes out, plays even more. It's like, this guy's special. Draco is special.
Draco. Got everything you want.
So if he plays for another 10 years, you guys be pumped, right?
10. I mean, we got 15 with this kid, and we will win a Super Bowl with him in Vrabel.
I like that. If Danny Dimes plays another 10 years here, which is possible, I think we're very
possible.
He's going to make a lot of money out here.
Could be like the good old days.
It will be.
AFC Championship every couple of years. Patriots, Colts.
Danny Dimes putting old buddy in a spot, too. Whenever he said, what did we not know maybe about your team? He goes, obviously he didn't know much or what. Right to the guy's face. I'm like, Dimes? That's not a Danny Dimes answer. No. I like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this.
You care, but those of us on the outside, I think, are a little surprised at just how well this team is playing to start the season. What do we need to know about this group that maybe we didn't know going into the year?
I mean, I don't know. It sounds like y'all didn't know much, but we're just going to keep going, keep working, and we have a lot of confidence. I think we got a lot of good players, guys who work hard and do the right things.
Evan Washburn, top 5 hair on TV every time going. Love that he even said us. So Evan was like, I got to own up to this in a moment. And Danny Dimes had Barry or High Road. Barry, High Road. High Road, High Road, High Road. Barry, High Road, High Road, High Road. We got a lot of good guys. That's what we want. That's what we need. And tonight we got 2 Monday Night Football games to enjoy. And then we're back here tomorrow. We can't thank you all enough for allowing us to do this for a living. Ty, great work on the overreactions. All right, Rushmore on X tomorrow morning. We got Dunkers with Shaquille O'Neal, Reggie Miller, Ari, and Ben. And I don't know if Reggie and Shaq had some vino or something before the episode, but they were wide open in there. Yeah. And it is spectacular, especially to launch the NBA season. I think we have Steve Nash on tomorrow, chit-chatting about the NBA as well. Yeah, big day tomorrow, so we're pumped about it. Maybe enjoy a sweet, tropical, spicy Devil's Reserve.
Maybe that's what they were drinking before the show.
I doubt it, but there's a chance that they were diving into this green bottle of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which you could certainly get into as well. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. I can't wait for tomorrow, boys.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait for tonight.
2 good ones tonight.
Man, I can't wait for right now.
Hell yeah.
That is.
U-ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was a birthday for somebody. Happy birthday to the man who puts talk in TikTok. Happy birthday to the man who puts talk and doesn't talk. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday to the man who claps his feet. Go on. You got to get to the other side.
Still boozed up.
You got to get to the other side. Happy birthday to the man who claps his feet 6 miles at a time on the treadmill every single day after work. Happy birthday to Casey. He's in there. Yeah, he's in there. He's in there. Do we have that camera still set up? No. Talk. Need you to come out here, Talk. Need you to come
on, Talk.
Need you to come out here and talk.
Who's Casey?
What do you mean, Talk Hamel?
What do you mean you don't know Casey? Happy birthday. He's holding his own cake. Happy birthday. Can you move a little bit?
Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Talk. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Talk. Appreciate you, man. Great work, brother. You're killing it for us. If you want to give him a birthday gift, just watch Rushmore next tomorrow.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
He's worked his ass off on that thing. God might not have slept in the last 4 years, but he'll caption every video and he'll cut everyone. He has 2 headphones sets going at the same time. One's listening to the live show, one's listening to the edit that he's doing, and then his brain is just somehow somewhere else. We don't really understand how he operates, but we respect the shit out of him. This is a show that he edited, Rushmore on X, out tomorrow, Dunkers, tomorrow morning. It's great. It's great. Easy listen. A lot of storytelling. It's good shit. This show is really good. We hope you enjoy it. We're lucky to be a part of it. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. Happy birthday, Talk. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.